So, the sun shines down upon every adventurer's face. The curious little sun rays coaxing you all awake. It is a lovely autumn morning. The trees have not yet turned color and dropped their cargo. Still performing photosynthesis. And you all look around, waking, remembering your ordeal from the day before, where you had been led to the crumbling, modestly repaired keep, where these gray-cloaked Wraithguard have been holding up and staging their operations. You maneuvered through, starting with the cafeteria, where they were cooking an enormous amount of food, and dispatching the people there. One of them turned into a ghost-like entity and struck out at you, threatening to steal away your essence. Dispatched that rather easily. Then we trekked north, checking out the place. Looked like one of the doors might have been trapped, so we didn't go there. We continued on through our side entrance and found a shrine sort of room with some sort of weird draconic entity being praised on a pedestal. We went through there. There are many skeletons that suddenly came up and attacked us. We defeated those skeletons, but aroused the attention of whoever was in the next room, which were more Wraithguard. They attacked us, and they had some interesting things to say when one of them was captured. The halfling was captured by the giant spider that you guys know. Keeps coming and going. And dragged him. The halfling was very resolute in his convictions and extremely uncooperative, and kept trying to stab at Aloe the giant spider while giving you guys non-answers and insulting you. Then finally he was just dealt with. And searching the room, you found some interesting things that the Wraithguard had been looting over the past undeterminable amount of time, and found some interesting things that are already in your inventories of just things of wonder, like a fork and a spoon together. Surely this will be useful. And other things, there's a lovely dictation quill, just useful items that they have some degree of magic in them. Moving on, we found what looks to be a guarded door by two dudes with shields, one with a flail, one with a morning star. They were easily dispatched, much to their chagrin. And found a crate full of campfire beads, which are one of them is in use now. As you wake up and look out over the campfire, the memories of your battle with Galway, the might of the night. He seemed able to control and create darkness at certain points, and he called upon the trophies on the wall to strike out at you and debilitate your ability to withstand the effects of his assault. And finally, doing away with him, he pleaded to whatever entity, his king, one last time to give him a second chance as he fell down, slain. And Rhyol took off his helm to reveal what looked like an elf. Just a regular elven person. No crazy zombie person. No living suit of armor. Just a regular person that is an elf. And also the helm that was interesting. It created just like two little beady eyes that were just staring everywhere. Couldn't see the person's face while we were fighting them. Rhyol thought that was spooky, so we tossed away the helm. Lekai, however, picked up the weapon that the elven Galway was using, and we have a deal of interest in that weapon. In fact, Xalia picked it up first. It's like a double-bladed scimitar thing, and it could detach into 2 scimitars, which was pretty cool. Xalia got a little spooked when she first picked it up, and then dropped it. Clang, 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 and it clanked all to the ground and stuff. And then Lekai picked it up straight away after. He seemed unfazed, and Lekai, in fact, you wake up with these scimitars in your hands. Because surely there's nothing wrong with it. You're just holding them for protection. And had a chat with Skarn. He mentioned what he knew and what he thinks. He spilled a little bit of the beans. He does know the way to the cave. It's a platinum mine. However, Skarn's map has been purloined. It used to be in the possession of Galloway, but to backtrack a bit, when you first entered the room, before fighting Galloway, there was another hooded, masked figure that was in the room talking with Galloway. Apparently they were having some sort of disagreement or discussion, and then right before you started fighting Galloway, the hooded, masked creature, person, thing, snatched the map out of Galloway's hands, and then disappeared in this crazy, like, purple portal that they created from their cloak. Like, they dived into their cloak. It was crazy, and then they dipped. Deuces, and we awake. And wondering what sort of machinations are afoot. We have defeated at least whoever was leading the Wraith Guard in the keep. It is unclear whether or not he was the de facto leader, or if there are any more. Hopefully not. Hopefully it was just one person, and that's all we had to do. We're kind of wondering about the machinations of what's going on behind the scene on this poor town, Bravebank, that just can't catch a break. Several winks. There's the smoke rising from the campfire as Skarn looks at you all.
Well, in terms of more regular machinations, Xalia has an anglerfish head.
Nice.
All right.
Vibes.
Huh?
I think vibes was what Minz said.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The rest of her body's horrible little fucking pallid with bones poking out. Yeah, usual.
The usual.
Skarn awakes and he looks at Xalia's anglerfish. Ah, nice lure.
What? Sorry?
Nice lure.
Nice lure.
Lia's gonna like pop up and pat herself and try to, bat at it a little bit.
Karydin is redoing the runes on his armor and sword. Was sort of lost in the process.
I guess Rhyol would have been sort of already awake, holding. I guess for everyone else's ankle, it's a shield. It's just you would see like the back of a shield. Rhyol is just sort of holding it up to the light and looking at it proudly as she goes over to Xalia and says, I was very impressed with your display of swordsmanship, but I think a mighty knight deserves a shield, and I hand you a shield of expression that I made that night, I guess.
Val, your audio quality is a bit low.
Yeah,
Uh,
I've been
my-
struggling to hear you like the
Okay, my
entire time.
cables are just fucked up in general. I'm sorry.
So,
What
are
does
you
that
talking
do?
about Xalia or me?
Xalia.
Okay. So it's literally just a shield, but it has a face on it. I guess I'll let you describe what that face is, because it's going to be your item. But you can control the expression of that face at any time. So you just have a shield that makes faces.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
he's gonna have fun with that.
Yeah, Rhyol was like, you made your heroic charge with the real sword, got stabbed, and then ran away. So he's like, let me make you a shield. And gave you a shield with a Xalia kind of flair to it.
It's gonna be a skull, I think.
Sick.
Just because that's a pretty simple thing. However, she's gonna take it, jump up and down excitedly, and then shake your hand, and make kind of weird cooing noises with her anglerfish mouth.
Nice.
And then she's gonna sit down in a corner and just start staring at it and playing with it, making it make faces.
Yeah, so you have +2 AC.
Yep.
If you use it. But yeah, other than that, it's technically magical. But it's neat. That's it. That's what Rhyol did.
Okay.
of mechanical note, changing the expression on the face is a bonus action.
Oh, is it
Okay.
actual action? Okay. Yeah. You can only change the expression. You can't change the face itself. I already asked.
Okay. Okay.
God, still taking a snooze. He's been up late.
You were a bit quiet, Ryan,
Yeah.
for me.
Sound like you upgraded your equipment, but you're quiet now.
1 second.
While we're waiting for Lekai to arouse himself awake, minor note, just as a reminder, spell preparation is when this would happen now.
Mhm.
So if you would like to re-prep your spells.
Mhm.
How about now? Is it better?
You're a little louder, yeah.
Okay. I guess while this is happening, who has? I guess. Okay. Who of the people who isn't wearing armor has the lowest AC?
I'm 15 now.
So you have a 15. Wow, you're more than me.
I mean, you gave me a shield.
Yeah, I know. It would either be, I guess, Aloe or Lekai. I guess, well, Aloe normally has.
Lekai's
It's gonna be
wearing armor.
a spider. Oh, is Aloe wearing armor?
Lekai
Yeah.
is wearing armor.
Hmm.
And then Aloe already answered you.
Yeah, I have 13, but I'm not going to be using armor
Yeah.
in most cases where it matters.
You're gonna be like a big animal in most cases. Okay, I'm just curious because I have a free mage armor I could use per day that I haven't been using. So
Oh.
yeah,
Oh.
that's just like a thing I've had. I also have an additional 1d4 for investigation checks that I just haven't been using. So that's like another thing. Sorry, what?
What was that, Bell?
It sounds like Xalia is sleeping.
We cannot understand you right now.
Ba-ding.
Nope.
Ooh.
Huh?
It's not as muffled.
Not even picking me up anymore. Cool.
We heard that.
Let me just.
Well, while that's going on, mic check. How's it
What?
louder?
Instead of my USB mic. For some fucking reason. I'm sorry.
You're good.
I hate when that does that.
Rye, you're louder, and Bell, you sound much better now.
Okay.
But anyway, I was saying, sounds like Xalia is the only target for Mage Armor.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you want it. See what
How
it's
much
like.
AC is that?
Skarn's not wearing any armor.
Well, who?
Skarn, Earthbeard,
Oh,
dwarf
yeah,
next to you.
I
That you
mean,
nearly murdered Thunderwave?
what does he need armor for?
For the cases where we cast Thunderwave?
It certainly won't work against Thunderwolf.
It was.
Fair enough.
It was one time.
And Skarn will laugh about it. He's like, I was wondering what that rockin' was. I thought it was a bad dream.
No, it definitely was just a dream. So Mage Armor is 13 plus Dex.
Okay. I'll take a 18 AC plus shield.
On our previous character.
Cool.
That's sure, why not? Enjoy, I guess.
I think shield, unfortunately, like having a
Does
shield
it?
counts as armor.
Oh.
I thought it specifically didn't. But okay, if it does,
I'll
then
double check.
whatever. I mean, I definitely can't use it. You know, being a armorer.
Mage armor and shield stack. Wait, hold on.
Cool.
People are talking about the shield spell. Oh no. Okay, hang on.
Yeah, no, that was really annoying trying to look up what a shield actually functionally did. I just kept getting the shield spell.
No. Shields are armor, but for the purposes of mage armor, they are not because they don't clash with barbarian unarmored defense.
Weird.
Enjoy being the tankiest one of us all. Or I guess the hardest to hit specifically.
I will. Yeah, I have shield and I forgot that exists. I can do that, so.
You can also cast shield too.
23 AC on demand. Thanks, Rhyol.
Amazing.
That's really funny to me.
Yeah, that works because monk and barbarian unarmored defense, they say not wearing armor or a shield, which suggests that a shield is not necessarily armor. So yeah, it'll work.
Neat. Well, that's a funny development.
Yeah. Karydin, done with, his daily upkeep on the runes, sort of steps closer to the campfire now, which is just, embers at this point, really. And says, does anyone know about how far we are from Bravebank right now?
Rhyol kind of shrugs. My estimate, I don't know, 8-ish hours at a brisk pace.
We may want to get moving then.
Yeah, that probably would be wise. If we want to get back there while it's still any daylight.
Yes, and let's not forget that we need to find Roland, and there was the Watchtower. Amaretto. We've got some stuff waiting for us back in Bravebank.
Yep. Off we go, I guess. Xalia's gonna keep playing with her shield. She's gonna make it stick its tongue out at her, and she's gonna stick her tongue out at it and just carry it along.
Amazing.
Are Lekai or Aloe doing anything
Lekai.
this morning?
Aloe's still messing with his pinpointer.
Lekai is kind of slowly waking up at this point. Sort of rolling over to hear Karydin mention about leaving. Sorry, I'm doing like 3 things at once.
Your pinpointer, Aloe, it is very effective. Like, every single time you push this button, it manages to reproduce. And, yeah, bink, 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 there's the little red light.
Cool.
Whoa.
Does Lekai see this red light?
No, I was just kind of pointing it into his own hand.
Okay.
Skarn gets up. Well, indeed, I agree. I think that's a good idea. We should head back to Bravebank and see what's there and let everybody know. I'm sure old Bart would be happy to see me. I would certainly be happy to see him. Not that I'm not happy to see you all, of course.
Haley goes where?
Skarn looks at you.
Vela has an angry face as best she can manage with the anglerfish. The shield is smiling with a smirk.
Oh, this is absolutely worth the infusion slot.
Skarn leans back next to Rhyol. What have you done?
I've made them more powerful than we could ever imagine. I guess, do we just start going? We should just be on our way.
Xalia, you sure are a force to be reckoned with that protective gear now.
She's gonna put it above her face and it's gonna be grinning. She's like using like a mask. She puts it down and she's sticking her anglerfish tongue out.
Skarn nods, licks his lips, and then heads on out.
I guess just Skarn, how do you feel? Are you able to walk? It is a long walk.
Yeah, sleeping on the ground sure wasn't great. I don't feel particularly rested, but I do feel much better after having that night's sleep.
I imagine dirt's at least softer than a cage.
It is, especially when that cage is cramped. Even for my stature. Felt like I was
dwarven nod.
cramped in there. He strokes his big old beard. I suspect that there might be a bed waiting for me in Bartholorum's provisions.
You might be right.
I mean, if for some God's forsaken reason there's not, I'm sure we can make one.
I bet there's even dinner. I wonder what we'll be able to rustle up.
Out of character. That sure is like at least three bad flags for this town. We're gonna walk in, the town's gonna be in shambles. In town.
Whatever would the town of Bravebank do without a single adventuring party to protect it?
I mean, 2 months they got ran over by like the mob, so I don't know.
Suddenly there's goblins everywhere.
The kobolds are on strike because nobody could process the things up at the town master's house.
Oh god, the kobolds.
As you guys are walking along, exchanging the joking fears of what could have possibly befallen the town of Bravebank. The kobolds are on strike, goblins have ransacked the town. All sorts of wild imagination are at play. You guys are heading south towards Bravebank because you had to head north to get to wherever your destination was. It's a lovely day. There's a light breeze, sun shining as it peeks through the trees. Let's see. Does anything cool happen? You guys find some animal trails.
Nice.
Xalia changes her feet to match the animal trails.
Do you start
huh?
Do you start walking in the footsteps?
Yeah.
Yes, she spends a few minutes trying to make sure she's gotten them right.
After some testing, Xalia shifts, puts the extremity down, see if it fits, shifts, fits.
Yep.
Alright, there we go. Xalia's hopping along in the footprint.
fursuit.
She has whatever fursuit she wants whenever she wants to.
True.
You guys trek along. Each story wilder than the last. When you guys come along let's see. You guys come along a stream heading southward. It's a little the old stereotypical babbling brook that you locate. It looks like fresh water as it's moving down. Skarn will actually ask you guys to hold on a bit. Hey, let me wash my face off in there. I look dreadful. I probably smell dreadful too. He bends over and splashes some clean, crisp, cold water on his face. Sputters a bit.
Xalia dunks the shield.
Wow.
You give it do you make gargling sounds? It's face.
Yes. She dunks the shield's face and makes gargling sound with her own mouth.
Cool.
Skarn, realizing the error of his ways, suddenly starts hands fully outstretched. Does anyone have a towel? A cloak? Preferably clean. I'm not trying to wipe dirt on my face after I just got the dirt off.
Karydin begins digging through his pack.
Oh boy, do we have cloaks.
Karydin pulls out his tattered, dirty rustler cloak. There's a little bit of blood on it. This is all I've got.
You hand it to him. He starts wiping his face.
Lekai just watches in amusement with his eyes, with his arms crossed.
He
Xalia's gonna minor illusion.
He managed to wipe some blood off of the cloak onto his face.
Xalia's gonna minor illusion a speck of dirt right on the top of his chin.
Oh no.
He would see it if he didn't have this burly dwarven beard.
He'll never know that his own beard is dirty. Oh god.
He looks down. Red cloak. Here you go, Karydin, thank you.
Karydin accepts it back. Yeah, we ran into some trouble with the local militia. They've, we've for the most part taken care of them, but they were given the town some issue.
Oh, them, the local militia. I think those are the wrestlers.
That would be them.
Giving the town some issue. What were they doing? He seems a little confused, slightly alarmed.
Some extortion, kidnapping. Karydin sort of is fumbling a little bit and fidgeting.
Skarn nods and yes, of course, as you do, of course. Extortion, kidnapping.
No, the usual bad guy stuff. Not good militia.
Sighs and looks around. Well, I guess there's no cause to be worried. You said you dealt with them, so good on you.
Yeah, they sort of came to power, so to speak, from what we understand, right around the time that you left to gather us.
Well, I guess I'll praise my lucky stars that they didn't cause me no trouble. I got out of there before then, but I guess I wound up in an even bigger, deeper trouble. So, I wonder if I'm all that lucky.
Well. Whoop. Map transfer.
Well, lucky enough to have found us.
Indeed.
Xalia gargled, makes a gargle noise.
Xalia included.
Indeed. Well, I sure do not regret hiring you all. Xalia, I'm happy to be a friend of your family that I can take you on. Well,
The shield face gets a little serious looking.
onward then. He gets back up from his brief rest, and we all start marching along. A couple hours, following the stream. Fortunately, nothing seems to be difficult as far as traversing. You'll notice like a couple animal noises, like there's the the chirps and tweets of birds that you can hear. The evergreen trees kind of mixing in around with the deciduous trees. You spot maybe a few leaves here and there that are starting to turn yellow and orange, red, all these different colors of autumn. Like its own little nature fireworks display. And trudging along through this ravine, you guys are come up upon a ravine now, where there's cliff walls on each side. Though still following the stream southward, it bends and curves, but it still maintains this general south direction. We figure that following this is probably good because where there's water, there's civilization, and this seems to go down the correct area. There's bits of rock that have fallen over the stream that are forming some kind of like makeshift nature bridge, so you can get to each side. There's bushes and stuff that you have to kind of hack through. Blazing your own trail, certainly.
Mm-hmm. Well, when we do get back to Bravebank, we should have our order of business sort of ready. Because we don't have too much left in the day, we should make the most of it. So, I think first order of business maybe should be making sure we get Skarn to some medical attention. Some proper medical attention. And then, I guess, we go to Apple to make sure that our little ghost witch friend has kept...
Made good of her promise.
Exactly. And assuming that she has, we bring Amaretto, remove his curse, and then I guess we all come together for some sort of big debriefing on what he knows.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Sounds good.
Okay. guess we just continue down the river.
Marching. Is anyone doing like anything in specific as you guys are marching, or is this just kind of like trudging along?
Karydin has taken the opportunity to start like sketching the almost colored trees, the autumn trees, that are starting to show color in his notebook. So he's kind of like got his face buried in the notebook, looking up to check and see that he's keeping in pace with people and not stepping, or not going in the opposite direction or whatever, losing his way.
Kai is doing some practice with the scimitar. Not separate, too, when they're connected together.
Aloe's just kind of watching the stream as we go, looking for fish and such.
Xalia, minor illusioning leaves blue.
I feel like Rhyol would just be like, I guess, being at the front, just sort of guiding. Not like she actually has any, nature. But she kind of maybe has an idea of where she's going.
Maybe.
Al, give me a cool perception roll.
Okie dokie.
A cool one.
As opposed to a lame one.
Yeah,
That's a lame one.
there's some there's some forest fish in here.
Okay.
Let me find out what kind of fish lived in a forest.
Maybe it's like, how like Pokken, it will, depending on what your HP at the end of the round, if you win, they'll be like good, cool, great.
Yeah.
That was a cool.
Okay.
Cool
Yeah,
perception.
you get some. There's some forest fish in this forest stream. There's a like a little. Hang on, let me make sure.
Trying to catch some fish.
I feel like in
Cool.
autumn, this is out of character, obviously. In autumn, there would probably be salmon making their way upstream.
In addition to salmon, there's also some neon tetras.
Whoa.
Little blue neon.
Wait, are we in Brazil?
Yes.
Did we get sent to Brazil?
Yes.
Cool.
There's also salmon in Brazil.
Hold on.
Yeah, so the salmon are all like, and then there's the neon tetras kind of like rolling their eyes like, these salmon again. And you can tell this because you're a druid.
Right. Naturally.
The neon tetras are like shaking their fists like, stay on the road. Alright, you guys continue walking. And suddenly, well, maybe not suddenly, Aloe, you notice that the liveliness of the forest dips off very quickly. Like where the birds were chirping, where the tweets were tweeting, where there was noise in the stream, and maybe like the odd deer or boar crashing through the underbrush. None of that's happening anymore as you guys are moving along down this ravine place. There's the log right above you now. Let me move you guys so that we don't have the optical illusion of anyone above it. And then
Sigma. Sorry.
Sigma's there.
Yep.
So things have quieted down I mean, these happens for a number of reasons, but this is a thing that you notice.
Does anyone else hear that?
Hear what? Sounds pretty quiet to me.
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
Exactly.
Inspiration to Aloe, if you didn't already have it.
The forest, there's nothing.
I don't know, looks pretty foresty to me.
But the birds, the wildlife, we could hear them all the way here. And now there's nothing.
I mean, I guess I wasn't really paying attention. It's all just kind of background noise to me.
I guess that's somewhat odd.
Well, I think we keep moving, but keep your wits about you.
Alrighty.
Everyone who is keeping their wits about them, slide me a group perception check.
Xalia is still playing with the shield.
Nice, nice. You hit the whole spectrum.
What the heck?
Oh, natural.
Wow.
20.
Oh man.
All right. Lekai didn't even hear the warning. He's just like, ha, parry, thrust, ha, ha, thrust, ha.
All Lekai hears is the swooshing of air.
Still swinging, man. I'm still trying to get used to two hands. They're hard.
Okay. Rhyol, Aloe, and let's see. Skarn like suddenly like looks around as he hears what Aloe and Rhyol now hear, which is just a
Sound of silence.
no, like instead he hears like a massive like pushing of air. It doesn't sound like that. That sounds like me hitting my table as I try to flap my wings. All right. Hurt myself out.
Oh no.
Oh no.
All right, let's try it again. So everyone just hears this rhythmic pounding of air, like as if it's being moved by this massive tarp of leather. And a shadow passes over the group of a large flying reptilian thing with massive leather wings and just cypress scales glinting in the sunlight.
What is cypress?
It is a tint of green.
Okay.
Val's gamer instincts took hold of her.
What?
She
I
had to
don't.
know.
I literally
No.
didn't know the fucking word.
No, I know. It's just the has to know the color of the dragon.
Didn't know the
Well,
word.
I mean, it could have been like describing a.
I'm using cool language.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You leave Xalia alone.
I'm sorry.
She's led a cloistered
I didn't mean
life
to bully.
just because.
I didn't mean to bully.
Do you do anything in response to this? Perhaps you are unseen.
Karydin has never seen an actual dragon before. Obviously, considering he's alive. I think he's going to sort of make a very sharp inhalation, and put one hand on Kestrel.
Xalia's gonna turn green.
The guy is still practicing his sword. Right.
Yeah, he doesn't even notice.
I haven't noticed anything.
He's like, oh, kind of a little cloudy.
Parry, riposte, ha! Thrust!
He's just like, man, I didn't do it with two hands. I'm always used to daggers.
So this whole ravine that we're in is like a total clearing, right? Because aside from the log, I guess.
I mean, there's bushes, sticks. There's sticks, rocks, bushes. There's foliage. There's whatever you want here to be. What are you looking for?
So like nothing that would like cover from above.
You could probably dive under some bushes, yeah.
Okay.
Or you could go like you could like flatten yourself against the log, maybe. What are you looking for? Like you're looking for bushes and stuff?
I guess it's just like sort of if there's any I don't know. I guess I wasn't sure like what like if this is just like grass or like any actual cover from about like a bird's eye view, or I guess dragon's eye, or I don't technically know it's a dragon.
There is now a tree that is overhanging that is overhanging the ravine, and you're under it.
Sure, cool. Rhyol gonna stay under it, and I guess kind of motion everyone else, and I guess Rhyol doesn't know what it is, but she'll be like, "What are you? Wrong way. I think we should be under the cover."
Skarn dives into the water and pretends to be a fish.
Xalia is going to join him as a green anglerfish with paw pads.
Friends?
I think we should stay undercover. I don't think we could.
Karydin sort of sprints over under the tree.
It doesn't. You said it doesn't seem like it notices us, right?
Perhaps.
Like, it's just sort of like so it just flies like above us. It's not like circling around in the sky.
From the position of the dragon, or of the dragon to the sun, you figured out it's a dragon by now. So it is casting a shadow over all of you.
Aloe is gonna kind of loudly whisper, "Look high," and then just point up.
Lekai catches wind of Aloe's voice and then looks at him. It's like, what's wrong?
Aloe is still pointing up.
Lekai is now looking up.
You see a very regal sight, Lekai, from your practicing of guard, threat, turn, parry, dodge, spin, thrust. You now see a very regal sight. A noble figure of a dragon is cutting through the air, just pounding air behind it as it flies northward.
Is that our problem?
Lekai's eyes goes pretty wide, and
the shadow the shadow of the dragon completely encompasses you.
Lekai just joins wherever Aloe is really fast.
Let's see how funny this gets. I need a group stealth check.
Okay. Clunk, clunk, clunk.
All of us are stealth checking? Okay.
Let's see if my 100% OJ luck is continuing.
Oh wait, but I'm disadvantaged.
Disadvantaged.
Oh.
Here comes another nat 20.
Did I just roll? Okay, no, one of those is a 9. I thought I rolled 2 6s.
Okay.
So I rolled 7.
Let's see. Aloe, Lekai, Xalia. Where's Skarn? Okay.
So technically, for me, you said I was already underneath the tree. Would that change my stealth check at all? Because it's not like I ran to it, so like heavy armor wouldn't really, make a lot of noise or anything.
Sure, you have a 9 instead of a 6.
Woo!
The upgrade.
Hey, I don't know what this saving like.
That's fine. You guys did good enough. As a group, you guys did good enough. The dragon continues beating its powerful wings, propelling it forward. Just you can see its long, spindly tail behind it, balancing it through the air as it maneuvers. Heading northward, the shadow moves along with it. Then the ravine is empty and no longer darkened by this creature. It seems that you have evaded its gaze and its other detections. Or maybe just the sheer fortune of it's not interested in you. One or the other.
Bailey is going to attempt to catch a fish with her anglerfish jaws. Would I roll for that?
That's a nature check.
We're gonna
right
roll a bite attack. It uses. We're going to make an attack roll using dexterity.
Am I proficient?
You are proficient in your bites.
Okay. Okay.
You know how to bite.
Really?
Who would have thought?
I'm very good at
Oh
biting.
my god!
You caught a black bass, the most metal of all fish.
True.
Excellent.
She's going to excitedly run over to the rest of the group with the big fish in her mouth and the shield having a very grinning face, and just jump up and down at Karydin.
Karydin is still looking up, and then he's looking up, and then he looks down at Xalia, and he's like, "Oh, okay, anglerfish face," and then looks up and then notices he parses the fish that was wriggling in your mouth, and looks back and goes, "What? Nice job, Xalia. But is now the time?"
He's gonna go show Lekai.
I mean, one in the river, I guess. It was the fish dude.
Lekai sees. Oh, go ahead.
You caught a cherry salmon. It's the perfect topper for a marlin sundae.
Wow.
After catching this, you can only imagine that it's all upstream from here.
Alright, what's Lekai doing?
Lekai sees the fish and says, you caught lunch for us?
Well, more like it's garbled because there's a fish in her mouth.
Karydin, after, he waits a couple more breaths just to be sure that it's passed. Takes a step, looks up, no dragon. Lets himself breathe, exhale, and says, "So, was that heading in the direction of Bravebank?"
Very, very specifically, Bravebank is to your south. The dragon is flying north.
Okay.
If anything, it was departing from Bravebank.
Oh no, it really is.
It had to pick up its luggage, clearly.
That wouldn't buy. Rhyol says, vaguely remembering, I think, was it Cherry's mother who mentioned there being a dragon in?
It was Cherry.
Cherry herself?
Yeah.
Okay. That's... well...
That's not good. At all. Karydin realizes that Skarn is still in the river.
Oh yeah, God, are you kidding?
Takes a couple steps over to the bank. And goes to, pick up Skarn and pull him out of the water.
He's sputtering.
Does he also have a fish in his mouth?
Delia shows the fish to Aloe.
No, he does not.
Aloe very quickly notices the fish, and his beak waters a little bit.
Yeah?
She's gonna run over and show Rhyol. She's not. She's like, she gets a little happy mirth, but she's gonna go show Rhyol now. She wants everyone to see it.
Aloe slowly follows behind.
It simply says, "Nice catch."
Karydin.
Guy's gonna motion his way over to where Skarn is. Skarn.
We're not in any danger right now, but and the dragon isn't heading towards Bravebank, so that's good. Bad news. It may be coming from Bravebank. We should keep moving and fast.
Should probably let him know he can come out of the river now.
Oh, he's out.
He's currently being carried by Karydin.
Uh-huh.
Like a luggage bag. Well, I guess
I'll let you go.
one of the things we didn't say was that it got, raised by a dragon. So, yeah, let's go make sure that wasn't it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't happen to have heard of there being a dragon in this area before, have you?
Not I. Although I guess it's not surprising that I wouldn't. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a miner. I didn't bother to learn the lore around around the area.
Okay.
Karydin carefully sets Skarn down.
Brushes himself off. I mean, I used to be in the Lord's Alliance, but not anymore. I figured there was more money in striking out on my own. But this is what I am now.
Well, unless we really are one of the most unlucky groups of people, and there are 2 dragons in this forest, there might, for what we understand, that, I believe, Mint Jubilee was saying that she wanted to go hunt, effectively go down and hunt down that dragon. So had to have been here at least before she already knew of it before she got captured. So it has to have been here for a little while. Because I think what she said. I don't know if
I believe she was headed to the watchtower.
Yeah, but the watchtower. She knew that the watchtower was guarded by, or had the dragon nearby it, right?
I believe
Like a
it
beast?
was undead near the watchtower. There's a lot going on in
There's a
Bravebank.
lot going on.
Let's continue on.
Yeah,
Before the
agreed.
dragon decides to circle around and eat us all, I think.
Yeah, let's not stay in dragon territory.
Let's keep moving.
Alright. Yeah, let's continue moving. And Skarn is much more clean
Uh-huh.
after having
Got all that-
dove into the water.
Got all that dirt mattress off him.
Yeah.
Xalia is going to give Aloe the fish
Oh,
because he seems
Thank
so
you,
interested
Xalia.
in it.
thank you.
He's so excited.
She's gonna nod,
You know,
and then she's gonna watch you see what you do with it.
Aloe holds the fish over his face and strips the entire thing off of its skeleton.
It makes that xylophone cartoon noise.
Yup. It is
They're
gone
gonna
in
make-
one gulp.
Huh? Sorry.
It's gone in one gulp.
You can't. It's hard to tell because they're anglerfish eyes, but her eyes go wide. Anyway,
As humorous as that sounded, when Rhyol sees Aloe in one bite eat the entire fish, naturally.
She's gonna get a nat 20.
No one else
Oh,
saw that.
Aloe's gonna get a
Only
nat 20.
Xalia saw that.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. He was secretive about it.
That's a power move right there.
I didn't want to know.
It sure is a power move.
He just like flips out a natural 20. He's like, no, you didn't see it.
Nobody saw it. I say so.
Not even the fish saw it.
Well, with the the fish and the dragon and the salmon jumping up down the stream being the most of the excitement, the rest of the journey is met with much less interesting things. You're able to hike the most of the day down to Bravebank. You arrive by the gates. They are open, kind of made from like stones together.
Raised to the ground.
Very comfortably and very happily and very fortunately, this town still stands mightily.
That's good.
The town is not razed to the ground. You can see, people milling around, going about their daily tasks. Apparently none the wiser.
Yeah, but before we enter, Karydin kind of stops the group and says, we may not want to let, the information slip that what we saw was there right away. Causing a panic would do us no good, I don't think.
Do you mean the dragon or the keep?
The dragon.
Fair enough. I think, especially, assuming Mint's even still here, I think she might be the last person we should tell.
We'll see. We'll see.
Alright, I guess.
For the moment, let's get Skarn some medical attention.
So you guys walk in. What's everybody's passive? Yeah, that's good enough. You do notice a little kobold, not quite a dragon, but a little kobold sees you, and then sees your return and scampers off back into the town, presumably to let everybody know of your triumphant return, obviously. Because you have Skarn in tow.
Yeah. I guess I would have been a bit confused because they would have been, I guess, expecting us back last night because our plan was only to go to the witch's cabin.
Oh, right.
He had this
He's been
kind of
at
like
Kind of took a detour.
He's
Yeah.
been at his post every day.
he had this kind of like bowl helm on, and it's got like a little like crest ridge on it.
Good.
He's the scout kobold.
I'm imagining he's literally just wearing a bowl.
And you all enter the town of Bravebank.
Mhm.
Ba-ding! and you enter in, walking along on the dirt trails. The first stop, because it is the closest to the town gate from Three Board Trail, is Bartholorum's Provisions. You know, a little further is the Shrine to Luck, the Goddess of Chance, which Lady Apple hangs out at. And you know that there's the Townmaster Hall, which Amaretto Sour is either at or he's at Bartholorum's. Probably. That's the only conceivable places you can imagine that he would be at. And then there's Kier's Silver Lake's Orchard, and Sigrid's Miner Exchange, which are the points of interest that you have, just as a reminder, because it's been some time before you were here. Where would you like to go? It is in the evening-ish. It's beginning to be evening. There's like the sun's starting to go down. There's no visibility difference yet.
Okay. Is this town's like medical, like, you know, what's the term? Like clinic, I guess, is the equivalent of that? Would that be just Lady Apple, or do they have like actual doctors?
During your stay here and your couple days that you've been meandering around and sort of like scouting around the town, because you've kind of been everywhere, just not like actually. It seems like the only place that could function as a clinic is Lady Apple's Shrine to the Goddess of Chance.
Okay. Well, that's two birds with one stone.
The priestess.
Well, I guess the most comprehensive medical help we can get you, Skarn, would be Lady Apple herself. So let's go see if she has her divine connection back.
Oh,
What?
I haven't been healed by a divine connection, but yet. Skarn's stroking his beard, wondering about the implications and like what it feels like. He's like lost in thought by now as he's walking. He's just absent-mindedly walking behind you.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys reach the shrine. It seems pretty much the way you left it. There's the rocks that form this little arch, and it has a spot where you can place things. It's got the red little cloth, the circular red cloth that's been placed in the middle. It's got a bowl in the middle, and just different denominations of currency all around. There's a silver piece, a copper piece, electrum, gold, and platinum, just arranged in a star around it. Wait around for a moment, and
Instead of getting any bell, like a knocking sound on the floor, I guess. I don't know. Like, oh, like,
wait
hello?
around for a moment, and here comes Lady Apple, running out of the cottage directly next to the shrine. She's like, "Oh, hey everyone, you're back! You're back! It's nice to see you all." She runs up and shakes the hand of whoever's in front. Says, welcome. Skarn!
Mm-hmm.
You're here too. Hey. Oh, you don't look so good.
No, he has not had the best couple days. First, though, I guess the main thing that matters is, are you connected? Have you regained your connection with your goddess?
She brushes back her raven-locked hair, holds out her hand, her right hand that was previously bandaged up. It's now just unbandaged. It's got the quilted padded armor going all the way down the sleeve, she has her fist open. She kind of like clenches and unclenches, and then like there's a little golden crackle of radiant electricity. She's like, "Oh yeah, I appreciate you all."
Yeah. Great. That is great.
Who knew the power of saying you're sorry? Thanks for doing that in my stead.
Yeah. No. Go ahead.
You are very welcome. Though, for now, you can thank us by helping out Skarn here, and then Amaretto, maybe tomorrow, maybe tonight, depends on how fast things go.
Oh, Amaretto? I already fixed him.
Oh.
As soon as we figured it out, we were like, oh, hey, Amaretto, come here. And then, yep. Boop, boing, and other noises, and then everything was fine.
That's good to hear.
As for Skarn, I can heal him right in a jiffy. I'd be happy to. She like takes her right hand and forms like a finger gun with it, and then goes blammo and shoots him, and then a mystical energy emanates from her fingers and just shoots Skarn in the forehead, and like the scene like cuts to negative colors, and, and Skarn falls backward for a moment. Just, pshing! And Skarn like takes a step back and recovers. All healed. Man, I love doing that.
Huh.
Thank you kindly.
Any other takers? She starts pointing her gun at all of you.
Xalia starts jumping up and down and waving her hand.
Coming right up. She she takes her other hand, like puts the palm against the thumb of her finger gun, and like cocks another one. She points it at you. She has like her left hand up in the air, sort of like a fencer hand would do. She points it at you. Blammo! Xalia, for a moment, you lose all perception of reality.
As usual.
Yeah, what else is new? And you're caught off balance. For a moment, you're reeling in space. And one step backward further in time, you are fully healed. You feel amazing. Like all your muscles are kind of ready to go with like a dull, like electric feeling in your muscles. You feel rejuvenated, in fact.
She's gonna jump around even more and start running around in circles. And she's gonna, I don't know if I'm allowed to, but she's gonna make herself more eyes.
Sure.
And make them glowy if she can.
Apple dusts her hands.
Powerful.
Apple dusts her hands. Another happy customer.
You know, that works a lot better when it's like healing magic and not just potions. You know, suddenly the reason why Rhyol's apothecary business didn't go so well becomes a little more clear.
All right. Well, with my this might be a little premature to tell you, but maybe Amaretto wanted to tell you himself. But you're here, and he snoozes, he loses, I guess. I'll tell you first. Me and him are thinking about teaming up, and we're gonna see. His hobby is making potions, and my hobby is making potions. So we figured we'd do it together, so we can probably whip up any kind of magical whatnot as long as you can drink it. So we'll probably have that ready soon.
Good to hear. We might need your help. No particular reason.
We couldn't get you that book. It's the one thing we couldn't do.
No.
It appears someone else beat us to it.
Really?
Yeah. It was no longer in Sonora's possession.
did you... Did someone steal it? Or did they buy it from her? That doesn't sound like... Dang it.
I don't think... I mean, out of character, I don't remember. But I don't think she said... I don't necessarily think she specified how she didn't have it, just that she didn't have it.
She did tell you all. I'm pretty sure your character would remember because you're talking to this.
Yeah.
You're talking to this ghost.
Yeah, it's a pretty memorable event.
Sonora said that she traded it to a necromancer.
Right.
Okay, I knew the necromancer part. That was the relevant information I have, kept in my head. Well, seems just someone else got to it, got to her first and asked for it, and made a trade. Some sort of necromancer.
Well, darn. I guess the search continues. Well, I guess. Well, I hate to say it, just after I said the other thing, that's kind of the biggest reason I'm here. So I guess I'll have to pack up and start chasing that thing. I'll stick around for maybe like a week, make sure things are going all right, and bid my goodbyes. But I gotta get after that thing.
Karydin nods.
I do thank you. Well, here, let me...
Question
Yeah?
to you. Not to Apple, I guess. Out of care. Oh. Would... in our fight against Galloway... would we have been able to tell if he was, I guess, the necromancer controlling the skeletons? Or if that was the other guy?
You would not have any proof that he was the necromancer, but he did seem to be some kind of necromancer. He did seem in control of the skeletons.
Okay.
And... But there's nothing pointing to him one way or the other that he would have been the owner of the spellbook.
Fair enough. Yeah. A lot. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't pack... Okay, this is in character again. I wouldn't pack your bags quite yet. Rhyol gets a little quiet for this. It does seem to be a lot of necromancy happening in this area. It's sort of just pure conjecture at this point, but I wouldn't rule out the possibility that the person behind a lot of what's going on recently might also have the book you're looking for.
Well, I ain't exactly afraid of no necro dealio. They usually don't want to mess with me. She got this kind of like sly grin on her face, like she knows something. I'm pretty good at dealing with them, if I do say so myself. But sure, I'll stick around, and I really do got to be going though. So I mean, I'll stick around for a little while, maybe like a day, Rhyol. Just because you asked nicely.
Okay.
But do roll me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Apple says that out loud.
Okay.
The highest I've ever rolled on a persuasion check.
I will write this down. Okay. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Meeting adjourned.
All right, well, stick around, but let me at least do something for you. Here's a sample, maybe, of the potion stuff. And she produces 2 vials. They are red in color. You know how these potions look. They're familiar. They're potions of healing.
Just regular potions?
Yeah, 2 vials. 2 vials of healing. 2 potions of healing. And she holds them out for anyone who would like them.
I think I'm gonna take one and start looking at it.
What, one for you?
Just poking it. She's gonna take a little sip.
Oh, it's invigorating. It tastes like cherries.
Okay. She's gonna put it back and put it in her bag.
Okay. And then who else would like the other one?
That's another potion of healing, right?
Mm-hmm. I have added it to your inventory.
Oh, okay, I'm adding another one.
Another.
Sort of looks around at everyone, sees nobody is immediately going for it, and reaches out and takes it.
I have added
What
a
is our current potion count? If I might
Aloe
ask.
pulls his own potion of healing out of his bag. Just kind of shakes it around a little, puts it back.
Okay, 1. Lekai, do you have any on you?
Rye had to step away.
Oh, did he? Oh, my bad. He did. Okay. Karydin. then.
Lekai is lost in thought.
Yeah.
The guy's working on his
Karydin.
next moves.
Karydin, while he was putting it in, he says, I don't think I have any more of this. Yeah, no, this is the only one I've got now.
Okay.
Sounds like,
Sorry about that.
The guy snaps to attention. Huh?
I said, huh? What'd you ask for?
Oh, how many, if you have any healing potions on you?
Never carried any.
Okay. And how many did Xalia, and Bill looks at Xalia, how many does Xalia have?
Raises the single finger. That is, jagged and fucked up, but,
Okay. Okay, so we have 3 in total. Alright,
a decent count.
which is a
Thank
lot in
you,
her.
Apple.
Sure thing. She and she also bends over to the shrine. It's like, here, I figure that this is a little something from me, just for doing the thing. And she bends over to the shrine, and it's a circular pedestal of stones, where the rocks are all arranged in a solid foundation that is going up in a cylinder, and then there's the arch, right? Mm-hmm. She confoundingly she opens the bottom of the shrine like a cabinet and takes out a vial and then closes it and hands it to whoever's in front.
Sure. I'll take it.
Here, this is another little call it a taste test, and she hands you a potion that has a crimson liquid, but this one's a little different than a healing potion. It seems to pulse with a dull light, as if it's magically they're all magically enhanced, but as if it calls to mind a heartbeat. You now have a potion of vitality in your inventory, and she explains its effects.
Great. Which are...
It removes any exhaustion you are suffering, cures any disease or poison affecting you, and for the next 24 hours, you gain the maximum number of hit points for any hit die you spend.
Oh, whoa, okay. Cool.
On the house. But promise me you'll come back and see what else that amaretto and I can cook up. At least while we're here, anyway.
Yeah, while you're here, we'll definitely stop by.
But for now, I think we have a lot of unfinished business with Amaretto that, thanks to your removing of his curse, we can finally get to.
Is he in trouble? You want?
No,
Should I kick his butt?
No, he just has a lot of information that he could not tell us, and now finally he can.
All right.
Don't worry, we've just missed his sassy voice.
All right. Well,
I sure haven't.
Missed it.
Well, if it's, pardon me, I may be overstepping. Nah, never mind. If you need me, call me. I'll be here, praying to Goddess.
Put in mind.
Okay. Oh wait, wouldn't you know where Amaretto is?
Oh,
Seeing now that he's free, I guess freed himself and also uncursed himself.
Yeah, he's either at the Townmaster Hall or Bart's. What time is it? She looks up. He's probably at Bart's, probably trying to cajole some dinner out of him.
I guess we go to Bart's.
Dinner sounds pretty good.
Once again, thank you. Thank you very much, Lady Apple. If it wasn't for you and your request, we never even would have found Skarn yesterday.
Oh, really? Is that true, Skarn? You've been awful quiet back there. Something you want to tell me? He kind of like shuffles it. No, marm.
Okay. Yeah, if it was through Sonora that we were able to find Skarn, so that I guess checked off a major goal of ours. So that would have taken a lot longer. Otherwise.
She fingers an earring that's attached to her long elven ears. Smiles at you all. Looks at Skarn. Well, shoot. Pipes up. Well, shoot, Skarn. Maybe I should deserve some of the reward money I know you're about to hand out, huh? And she. Skarn kind of shuffles. It's gonna be in your mailbox, Apple. Satisfied, she smiles and grins at the rest of you, and then gives you all a wink.
Right. Rhyol gives her
Bailey is gonna
a nod.
Bailey's gonna start rotating winks on all of her various eyes, so one is always closed.
Wait. Okay. Is it like? Is it just like a wave of winks? Like a
Yeah,
cross?
for now.
Nice.
It's like rotating up and down her body. Huh?
Val is maintaining GCD uptime on her wing.
Exactly.
Alright. And how about anything else I want from Apple?
Karydin thinks for a moment and says, unless Apple can give us dinner, then, no, I think we're gonna head to Bart's.
Okay. Guess we go over to
Karydin's
Bart's.
stomach grumbles.
Well, I mean, I could, but given who you got in tow, I think you'll get it for 100% less cost than I would charge you.
Karydin chuckles, turns around and does like a wave. Heads towards Bart's.
She waves, gives you all another wink. Good luck, may Goddess chance smile upon you. Good fortune and all that. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
And you all head down the street towards Bartholorum's Provisions. This big place functioning as a general store. To house Bartholorum, for one. You all step in, look around. There's the wooden chairs, wooden round tables. There's some kind of booths everywhere that in the in the section that functions as the inn. To your left is the add-on where people can purchase equipment for general adventuring and mining. You see Bartholorum cleaning his little bar area with a damp cloth. You presume Cherry is busy with her assistant manager duties over in the other area. You see Amaretto Sour sitting at the bar with his purple, swathed in his purple cloak. Looks like he's got some sort of drink that he's taking sips from every now and then. And there is also Mint Jubilee here. She is also at the bar.
She's still here.
But sitting further away. As you want to walk in and make your presence known, let's take a break.
All right.
Okay.
5 minutes. 5 minutes. All right. So, as you enter, make yourselves known. Bart hails you. Hey, welcome back. Did you bring Skarn? How's Skarn? He seems very interested. Skarn, who now walks around kind of sheepishly. He was pumped earlier in the forest, but now he kind of realizes all the people that he's been worrying. Hey, I'm here. I'm back, safe, and these guys did it. Well, I sure am glad to have you back, Skarn. Have a seat. I'm making dinner. I'm making chili mac.
Whoa.
And you all get some too. It's on the house. And then Bartholorum sets to his labor of friendship, of love for his friends.
Mm-hmm.
He's making some chili macaroni and cheese. What would you guys like to do? There's Amaretto Sour here. There's Mint Jubilee. You could visit the equipment section, where Assistant Manager Cherry is probably. Or you can just take a seat or take a nap. Do whatever you want.
Xalia's gonna bother Mint.
Okay.
Guys getting ready for that grub, man.
Mint,
I guess.
Mint looks
Oh,
at
we will also
Xalia.
go to Mint.
Mint looks at Xalia plainly.
He's being a little gremlin. She's going with her fucking anglerfish. She's going.
Yeah.
A minute
That's all
passes
she's doing.
before Mint finally breaks and laughs. You guys did good. Thank you. Xalia, was it?
Xalia nods.
Mint extends her paw hand.
And Xalia will shake it with her clammy ass bone hand.
There's a visible reaction that perhaps Mint was not ready for this texture, this feeling. But Mint smiles at you all the same and thanks you again and releases your hand.
Okay. Xalia's gonna go try to find Cherry. And the rest you can do things.
Rhyol, I guess, walks up as Xalia is sort of walking away. Says to Mint, I'm surprised you're still here. I thought you were... I was under the impression you were dead set on going on your search.
I was. She actually just genuinely clears her throat. That wasn't me.
Okay.
Thinking about what you said gave me a little pause. And then in that moment, while I was thinking and preparing, Bart talked me down, talked me out of it. At least until you all got back. You're back now, so I think I'll take this opportunity to go find my man.
That's not quite, I think, what we were trying to say, but at least I'm glad he didn't go at least right away. But I do not see ourselves. I do not see us staying in this town for too long. I suspect we'll be needing to go off ourselves soon enough.
Well, I certainly hope nothing bad happens to the town then. She gives you a smile and like tilts her head a bit.
I guess that makes both of us. I guess that makes two of us. And I guess Rhyol would walk away. Well, she had.
And I walk away.
Till the very next day. No. We gotta talk to. So Amaretto is here, right?
Amaretto's here. He's actually been kind of like chuckling to himself at your interaction with Mint.
Rhyol was just shocked that she was still here. That's all.
Crazy.
He'll actually, say to you as you pass him, it's like, "Oh, you did well there."
Okay. Rhyol takes a very deep breath. I see you are no longer either cursed or tied in rope.
Yes, well, the rope was easy. No one had any mind to keep me in rope, tying up, so that was a simple thing of just wedging my wrists together and getting those unsightly bonds off. And yep, he holds up his hand. It no longer has that ring on it that you knew him to be wearing. The scarring is still there. I imagine it may heal in some months' time, some years, but it looks cool, I suppose.
So what did you do with the ring?
I threw it away. It's in a garbage can in one of the houses in the towns, I suppose.
That doesn't feel particularly, I don't know, safe way to dispose of it.
What were you gonna do? Put it in a box? Propose to someone? Here, I got you this cursed ring.
I don't know, like bury it, make sure no one else gets possessed. I feel like just some sort of waste bin seems kind of nonchalant for a potentially powerful cursed item. But I guess,
Well, let me tell you.
Whatever.
I was super done with
I'm
it.
not. I'm not part of the Lord's Alliance, so what do I know?
Here, so, Rhyol, sit with me. Here, Bart, a glass of... What do you want?
I don't know. Let's take some mead, I guess.
Milk for Rhyol, please.
Mead. Fucking God, Rhyol hates this guy.
Yeah. He's back. Pop one back. Well, I know it's coming. We've got a lot to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with Skarn here. Welcome back, sir.
Yeah. Well, I guess now that you're no longer cursed, you seemed like you had a lot you were unable to tell us before, and I assume now you can.
Well, indeed, there was a certain reaction whenever I was...
Messed up my headphones. 1 second.
No worries, I'll wait.
Okay, I can hear things now.
Indeed, there was a certain reaction when I would ever utter certain words, such as, let's get out of here, where to now, asparagus. Don't ask me how I know. It would just fill me with just this murderous urge. Quite annoying, if I do say so myself. But rubs his hands together, turns around on the bar stool. We're all here. I would love to tell you all what I know. Which, I mean, let me set the expectation, may not be terribly much. But, it may be beneficial to you, nonetheless. Bart.
Aloe shuffles over from the corner he's hanging out in. Looks Amaretto straight in the eyes. So who did it?
He's looking at you. He's looking right back at you. I'll have you know I am exceptional at staring contests, Aloe.
I'll wait.
Detective Aloe on the case.
I will answer your question, but could you be more forthcoming with the details? Can you tell me what you're asking? Who did it? Whoever smelt it dealt it, of course.
Lekai joins in on the conversation. I'm sure that's pretty obvious about his own question. You do have 2 arms now.
Yes.
Who cursed you, man? Come on.
If the question is who released me from the confines of that nasty curse, that would be Lady Apple, certainly.
Amaretto, who cursed you?
Oh, would that I would know. I would love to know. I do not know. It was there. The ring was there. And it said, oh, put me on. As rings just laying around do. I put it on and, well, that was a mistake.
So let me get this straight. This curse was placed on you by a ring you randomly found lying around. And upon freeing yourself of this curse, you decided to leave the ring lying around.
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah, we'll
Make a persuasion check. Or
The guy just crosses his arms.
persuasion or insight, your choice.
Lekai just crosses his arms. Yeah, I'm not buying this.
Amarada fidgets in his seat. He just says, yes. He quirks his eyebrow in a way that seems to suggest that he's more confused.
Aloe just backs away, sighs deeply.
When we're done here, you're gonna show us exactly which wastebasket you put that ring in, and we're going to, I don't know, throw that thing in a volcano or something. We're not just gonna let it leave it laying around. This seems like a terrible idea.
As it happens, Rhyol, there is a volcano nearby. It's called the Embercano. Have you heard of it? Surely you know. If you're from around here at all, you would know of the Embercano.
I'm sure I do, and I'm sure I know it somehow relates to the story of the Ember Knight.
I'm sure that Raikel knows, but how about you enlighten some of us?
Make a persuasion check, Lekai.
Persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
Hit the wrong one.
It's actually all you needed. A 10 was the DC. Amarada sighs. Fine. He puts he quickly puts his hand in like underneath his cloak, and he withdraws this silver etched ring in between, like held in between two fingers. It was embarrassing, all right. Look, I'm sorry. It's not in a wastebasket. It's right here. He slides it in front of Rhyol, which Rhyol, you now have a glass of milk and mead. And
Milk and hops. That's like an actual good combination.
Cherry's been in and out real fast.
And listen, Aloe, I genuinely don't know who cursed me. It was a figure that I could not see. They had a hood on. Their features were prevented from observation, but I was only able to glimpse them here and there during my captivity. They always worked in the other room, you see. The room that I was confined to, that I was searching for a way out of. While I was forced to tell the rustlers what they needed to be doing. My actions were not my own, I assure you. And
All right, fair enough.
I assure you that, and I realize now that my tale that I found the ring and, oh, would you look at that, put it on, just made me sound like even more of a fool than I'm sure you all think I am, but that's not quite what happened either. I was jumped down there in the manor. In the Amberhold Manor, I was looking for clues. You see, reconnaissance is what I am all about. Information is my trade. It's the most valuable treasure there is, you see. Lord Zelion sent me here, and poking around the Amberhold Manor, asked Bart and everyone if it was okay before I did so. But soon found myself set upon on all sides by those dastardly ruffians. They forced me to make a decision, and let me tell you, when your options are die or put on some goofy ring, you usually choose the latter.
I suppose.
A fairly reasonable request.
And I was down there for 2 months. carrying out this shadowy orders and whatnot. I didn't like any of it. Always searching for a way out. But then you all came. For a moment I thought you were all going to stab me to death, but I'm glad that didn't happen.
So you were receiving orders to then relay to the wrestlers?
That's correct.
What need for the middleman? Why did they need you? Why not just give the wrestlers the orders directly?
You see, I asked that same question, and I got a slap all across the face.
I hope you do not slap me.
I will not, Rhyol.
I could
these
probably. But
Could you hear their voice? Anything at all?
Indeed. It was that shadowy person with the hood that I described earlier. Couldn't see them. They had something always on their face.
Well, what did they sound like?
Let me think. Sounded plain. Feminine, of course. Well, I'm not sure why I said of course. Yeah, feminine, plain, determined.
Okay.
sounds like you were initially made as a scapegoat to me.
Nods at you. You might be quite right.
Rhyol pulls out I guess the list of items. You know. Asks, what does this list mean anything to you? Would these materials something that you might have been asked or ordered, I guess, to retrieve?
He takes the list, reads it over. This is a very long list, Rhyol. However, this paper is of native Faerunian manufacture. No watermark. Sniffs it. Puts it in his mouth, and has been gummed, if I'm not in error, by someone who has been drinking some sort of wizard hooch. Ugh. Yes, I'm familiar with that list. It's actually a list of items of all the things that we shipped out towards that keep.
Oh, like that isn't sarcasm?
No.
Actually, what this is? Okay.
Sarcasm could have fooled me.
I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah, I've noticed. Okay. What? It's a lot of things. I mean, I take it there's like too many for there to be like a pattern, or like, you know, like what do you think they needed all this for?
Well, your guess may be as good as mine. I have a hunch, but it's just a hunch.
Well, might as well share it.
Looks at all of you and looks around. Well, you see, Skarn, you've been quiet. Why don't you come over here and sit down? So Skarn, he has found this thing. Did he tell you?
I pull out the Emberforge key that I have. This, you mean?
Oh my, that is...
Or rather, do you mean the mine itself?
That is a pretty sight.
Forge itself.
Skarn, I hope you don't mind that I speak for you, but indeed, Skarn has found something interesting, something wondrous, and yeah, it's that there thing you hold in your hand, Rhyol. That goes to a particular... it serves a particular function inside the Emberforge. There is... That has... how should I say this? It has been discovered again by our Skarn here. He processed his claim, and afterwards it reached us. Naturally, Lord's Alliance investigates in many affairs. In that mine is the Emberforge. It is not just for platinum. Forge was used to create many a legendary artifact. One, you'll know, the Ember Blade of Legend that the Ember Knight used to vanquish the Evil Wraith King. It can also be used
told us about the Emberforge itself.
It can also be used to perform incredible magical feats. We wizards and other magically inclined tend to separate spell power by labeling it with certain levels. This is the highest level of spell, like SSS plus tier, if you would. You're like your wildest desires, granting any wish or feat, anything imaginable. That Emberforge can do. It's an ancient, powerful artifact. It is powered by magic. Obviously, right? But I mean that in the most literal sense. It is powered by magic. So, this list here, these are all magic items. I'll let you put 2 and 2 together. That's 4, by the way, Rhyol.
Rhyol just stares at him. And takes, I guess, the list back. Though, it seems a little premature, perhaps, to be... Sorry, that was a loud motorcycle.
Bart, are you getting a delivery?
To be gathering, the fuel before you can access the furnace itself. I mean, they wouldn't have had, as far as we're aware, and well, actually, I don't know. Wait, would we see I guess we would see this Emberforge key on that list of items then, since the box itself was at the manor, but the like ruby was with at the keep.
There is not an item description that would befit your very specially cut ruby.
Okay, well, interesting. But okay. Well, we don't know. Okay, we don't know how long they've had this key, but and we don't technically know if we need all of them or just one. Would you happen to have any more information on that end of it? If it's just takes one of these, or I guess I kind of like Xalia, could you take out your box?
Xalia's not in the
Really?
room.
Box.
I'm
Oh,
in the kitchen playing with Jerry.
shit, you're right. Okay. I forgot about that. Well, okay, well, Xalia has another one. It's like, if they already had a key, if they already had this one, they wouldn't have needed to kidnap Skarn and try and take his. Correct? Right, that makes sense? Kind of just looks to anyone for validation, affirmation of this.
From across the room, deep in his chili mac, Karydin flashes a thumbs up at Rhyol.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I feel like it's reasonably safe to assume they need either more information or for some reason they didn't have access to this mine. It seems premature to be gathering all this fuel before you can even get in.
Skarn will pipe up. Well, you'll recall that I had a map. They took my map, so they can get in.
Well, they can get in now, but they've been gathering these items for over a month.
That would suggest that they knew about it. But that doesn't make sense either. I kept it to myself. And I didn't even tell you all about it when I hired you. I only told the Lord's Alliance because they approached me because they saw my claim.
Yeah, that does not make sense. Yeah, how did that happen? How did they know that?
Mint will probably pipe up at this moment. I do know something about the Ember Forge. Kier does too. He'd tell you if he were here. He and I and Bart too. Bart nods. We used to have a friend. His name was Aloe Gemberhold. I'm sure that name already strikes some meaning in you all. There's the Emberhold Manor. He is I guess you could say a tenant or whatever. He's some kind of caretaker, or was. He had all this stuff, and he was protecting the Ember Forge. He told us all about it and what it was going. That Ember Forge is not nice. It's when Amaretto said that it's powered by magical might, it's someone else's magical might. Items. Well, Aluge never told us, but maybe I don't know everything, but I think items are kind of like the counterfeit way of getting in and using the Ember Forge. Amaretto will kind of like aha at that, and he'll also fill in on to the end. According to my records and my own studies, indeed, Mint, the clearance after the legendary blade was forged, the Ember Blade, that place still existed. You can't just shut it down. Or you can't just use it once. The clearance was only for strong and enduring spellcasters to accompany the Spellforge. Eventually, it was deemed too dangerous, and this was after many incidents where spellcasters did not return from the expeditions to produce whatever legendary artifact that they were attempting to create. It was shut down and sealed away from the world. And then, Skarn, you found it again. Mint will pipe up. I don't like it. I'm sure that Forge caused my friend to go crazy. Aloe, that is. He stopped responding, started doing weird muttering things, like he was tortured by simply knowing about it. And now Kirsch is off, trying to find something that'll grant us access with it. He thought the rustlers were doing something. He thinks that there's something that needs to be protected or whatever. Now Kirsch is gone. I have to drag him back.
You have to. Sorry, what?
I have to drag him back.
So where? I guess I turn to Sour and Skarn. I just like look between them, and I guess anyone else who's at this table, because I don't actually know who is and who isn't. I guess that was not really declared.
I think the only one missing is Xalia.
Okay.
Karydin said he was across the room.
Yeah, Karydin is across the room,
Well,
digging into Chili Mac.
you're all within earshot.
Okay.
There are no other miners or people that wouldn't hear anything. This Amaretto made sure when he looked around at the beginning.
Okay. So where does that leave us? What's our next moves?
Well, Karydin looks up and sort of walks over. The safest way, or the easiest way to stop them would be to obtain the last key, correct? If they can't get in, they can't use it.
That would be the easiest if we knew where it was.
Yeah. Still assuming that we need all three. Actually.
Well, if we have all three
Do
keys,
you even know it's only
even
three?
if we have as many keys as we can get, no matter how many they need, 1, 2, however many, they wouldn't be able to get in.
Fair enough. That's keys that they wouldn't have.
And there can't be that many of these things. I mean, can you imagine just anybody being able to get their hands on a key to a forge that can grant miracles and sap the life of even the strongest wizards?
The moment you finish your sentence, Sigrid and her kobolds walk in.
The Kobold crew.
Yeah. So Kobold Mom comes in. She's got on her light green bodice and the little white dress. She's got a little satchel hanging around. Newt, the flying hourglass, is also next to her. They all bust in noisily, the kobolds especially. And she walks in, greets everybody. She just automatically says, "Hey Bart, I'm here to feed the little gremlins here." "Oh, you're all back. Hi, welcome back." She gives you this growing smile and welcomes you all on your return. And then she gets a little uncomfortable that everyone's looking at her now, and then
it was just hello, welcome.
Hey, good Did I interrupt anything?
Karydin just kind of looks around at the table.
They comes out with a cat ears on her anglerfish head.
A kobold immediately runs up to Xalia and starts inspecting your adornments.
You know how 2 waves of wink going around her body?
Oh my god, boy.
The kobold, the kobold waves over more, or like waves and like says some stuff in Draconic, and there is now a cacophony of kobold noises around Xalia as they're all very interested in her.
She speaks Draconic. Let me check. I think she might actually speak Draconic.
Oh yeah, if anybody knows Draconic, okay, yeah.
She knows Draconic.
Clearly the Dragonborn should know Draconic.
Pretty sure.
You would hope. You know,
Yeah.
let's not assume anything.
Karydin knows Draconic.
Okay, anyone that knows Draconic will hear the kobolds. It's kind of like casual Draconic, like slang, like words are being slurred together, and there's words that are formed out of like 3. It's to the tune of, oh, interesting, old buttons. Yep, 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 yep. Oh, lore, angler, fish. They're just being gremlins, like looking at all the eyes. Oh, eyes! So many things, and they're just interesting and cool. They think you're cool, Xalia, and they're like touching you and poking you.
Xalia's gonna hiss a little bit and kind of retreat back to the kitchen.
They all recoil at once. Ah!
Is there a word in Draconic for chili mac?
Out of context, that is a hilarious. In my mind, that's just a really funny quote.
It's up to you.
Mm-hmm. Karydin, and like, it's, you know how when you learn a language at school, they teach you proper, and it's very like formal and stilted.
Mm-hmm.
Karydin speaking that's how he speaks Draconic. Is going to say like, the chili mac here tonight is very good, and chili mac is just in common. like so everyone else that doesn't speak Draconic will hear like just kobold noises, and then chili mac, and then more kobold noises. He's very fixated on food tonight.
The object of their interest now departed. The kobolds hear the Draconic, and they kind of like super hear it above all the other noise, and then they all clamber over to you. Oh! They all say in unison. You now have...
Karydin realizes he's made a mistake.
You now have 4 kobolds clambering all over you. Like, there's one just like planking in your lap. There's one like hanging off your shoulders, kind of like poking at your skull, or not skull, your scales. And one's trying to like sneak away like little bits of your chili mac. And then there's one just like arms in the air, like completely vertically, just running in circles behind you. Chili mac, chili mac, chili mac, chili mac, chili mac.
This is a lot. That's Karydin is gonna be busy for a while trying to handle these kobolds.
Sig apologizes.
Karydin just become a mom.
Sig apologizes profusely. I'm so sorry, Karydin. Can I call you Carrie? That's much shorter.
Sure.
I'm so sorry, Carrie. They'll be fine. They don't like break everything. Keep if you want your food, keep it close, or they'll eat it. Bart, I've come to here to feed my kobolds, and also dinner. I hear you're having something very delicious. It sounds like chili mac. She'll collect a plate, Bart will nod at her and grin. He's laughing at the kobolds. And she'll sit next to Carrie. So,
I guess.
what's up? You guys are back from your next daring adventure?
Yeah, I think we got more than we expected on this one. I gesture to Skarn.
Oh, Skarn, you're back. Welcome. Happy that you're here. Certainly, things can start going your way again. Skarn will nod. Skarn is very short-spoken all of a sudden. You realize he's got chili mac bits all over his beard. Something about not eating in several days is probably doing it.
Xalia is going to silent image to give one of the kobolds an anglerfish head.
Yeah, okay, so moments after that happens, Xalia, all of the kobolds notice instantly. And then they're like, oh, fish, angler, fish. They're just saying, like, describing it constantly. And they just try to, like, grab at it. And then when they interact with it, it goes transparent for them. And they're like, oh, because it's a yet another new and exciting experience. The kobold that is planking in Karydin's lap now starts attempting to swim. Sig.
That's not even the one with the. Is that even the one with the fish head?
Maybe. Sig will pipe up. Did you find anything cool? You usually bring me things to look at, but I guess I came to you this time. Something I can... something you want me to look at? Did you tell me the story, I guess? Looks like you guys are in the middle of talking about it.
Aloe's gonna pull out his pinpointer. Just hand it to her.
Oh,
I'll
hey!
just take a look.
Yeah, you could say we are talking about it, somewhat. We have two items that you can actually look. The pin light that Aloe gave you and the scimitar.
Sig takes the scimitar, or not the scimitar. Sig takes the pinpointers. Oh, hey, I know what this is already. It's a pinpointer. These are just small little magical devices that people like me and maybe like your friend there make sometimes, depending on their profession. Just shoots a light. It's pretty cool. Be careful. It's very high intensity. Don't be mischievous with it. Don't shine it in anybody's eyes, I guess.
I'll keep that in mind.
No. Don't point it at any Waven Riders.
Oh yeah, that'll knock them out of the sky for sure. Sig laughs. In fact, I think there's a warning printed on the side of them. There always is. Yeah, the scimitar, Lekai?
Yes. I hand over the scimitar over.
She goes to take it, hesitates for a moment, looks at Karydin.
Karydin,
This isn't going to do anything to me, is it?
I wouldn't know.
You might have flashbacks, but nothing crazy.
Make a persuasion check. Well, in my line of work, we say safety first. Newt, will you? And then Newt makes Warcraft 3 wisp noises, and she casts Identify through Newt, and her eyes widen. Looks at you. You guys have certainly had a lot of fun.
I don't know if you'd call it fun.
Fun is a word for it, yeah.
Well, I had fun.
Oh, I wouldn't bring you this interesting item if we didn't have fun.
In fact, we all have very different definitions of fun.
Well, that certainly is an item. Which one did you give her, or both?
It was both.
Okay.
It's currently like together as one.
It's currently together. Okay.
Since I can't sheath it.
Oh yeah, that would make it easier to carry it. Well, that certainly is an item. There's a mighty enchantment on it. It definitely enhances your martial prowess. It'll help you ward off blows that are aimed at you. It's enabling you to dodge or deflect them. I sense that it has another mode as well. And in its other mode, one of them just increases your killing power. The other, it's going to allow you to lurch forward with each creature that you have slain. This is a mighty weapon, Lekai. Perhaps it's a little too bloodthirsty? And what that translates into for Crunch is implacable. I am deselecting these. Let's see here. Pink. There you go. So you can now see it. Implacable, when it is a double-bladed scimitar, it'll give you a +2 bonus to your AC during a round that you use it to attack with. And it lasts until the beginning of your next turn, or until it is split. And then Assault is already identified as much as it can be. That's a +1 magical weapon. And then Advance, when you slay a hostile creature with Advance, specifically, you can use your reaction to move up to 10 feet towards another hostile creature and make a single melee attack with Advance, even if you've used all your movement this turn.
Whoa. Rip and tear.
The guy just silently nods. He's pretty deep in thought after hearing that.
Sig will come up on the end with it and be like, I sure wouldn't want to be on the end of those.
No, you wouldn't.
Very pretty end, or very pretty weapon. If it that enchantment sets me on edge, makes my hair stand on end.
Well, I don't have anything quite so magical. Oops, I just accidentally. Never mind. We're good. But you know, can you say you could just have a few, I guess, stones that I guess could be appraised?
Oh,
I just take out, my garnets, my malachite, my opals.
Sig's eyes light up. It's like, oh yes, I get to do my job.
My 12 stones. I just keep taking them out.
Yeah, Sig will definitely appraise those. She takes out this little jeweler's eye, and the same one that she uses for normal identifications, except with your crazy magical weapons that she doesn't feel like getting weird visions from at the moment. And just based on her one interaction with Karydin. And she appraises each of the jewels that you present to her. While she's doing this, anybody else up to anything? It's going to take her a few minutes.
Well, when she's done, I'm just gonna say, I take out the. I say this isn't a magical item, but I'm curious how much you think this is worth. And I take out the glasswork, like the Terratrade glassworks piece, and just sort of put it on the table.
Okay.
I don't say it's not a magical item. I don't tell her that I made it, but just curious what she thinks of it.
Okay. All right. I'll get to that in a moment. Rocks first,
Fair enough. Well, I mean, glass is rock, technically.
You're quite right, Rhyol. Not many people will admit to knowing that. As this geologist is pouring herself over the rocks, what would you all like to do? You continue the conversation, or what?
Lekai is still deep in thought for a little bit, thinking on his scimitars.
Aloe's gonna slink away to check on Xalia and Cherry.
I imagine they're doing things and just being children, essentially, in the kitchen.
Yeah, as you say.
In that case, Aloe's going to pull out his pinpointer and point the light within their eye shot.
Oh no.
I mean, Zayla's gonna bite. I don't know about Jerry.
Make a Xalia, roll initiative.
Is this technically a perception check? Or persuasion check?
Cherry gets to it
Oh
first.
boy.
Oh.
And Cherry just
Cherry too fast.
jumps on it, and then slowly lifts up a Tabaxi hand to see where it went.
Oh,
Wow!
totally just in time.
Did you turn it off right as you
Uh-huh.
Are you still moving it, or?
Oh no, it's off.
Yeah.
The light's gone.
Zayla's gonna immediately start walking up to you and just start, looking at you and patting at you with her fucking gross hands.
Cherry will say, "It's gone. I caught it. I think I smushed it."
Aloe's kind of forcing a smile, trying to make sure no one can tell he's a little weirded out.
She's gonna give you a little.
All right. Aloe's gonna turn the laser back on.
You gotta look at the pointer. And I'm assuming Cherry's gonna bite at the point.
Cherry's gonna leap towards the next point. Yeah.
The point will slowly move towards me.
Oh, it's moving. I move too. I get it. I'm gonna get you.
And then,
Alright, look out, light bug thingy. I'm coming.
as soon as it gets to me, it turns off again.
There's the cartoon noise That's Cherry sees the light turn off at the last second, and then she's trying to stop herself from her lunge, and then just clambers into your feet.
Oh no.
Oh. Hi, Aloe.
Okay, Aloe does not trip. Hi, Cherry.
When'd you get here?
A moment ago. Want to see a cool trick?
Yeah. Show me trick.
Aloe kind of leans down so she can see the pinpointer, and then turns it back on.
Oh,
Point it at the wall.
that's neat. Where'd you get in?
A friend's house.
A friend's house. You have cool friends.
Thanks, you too.
Xalia's poking at the pointer.
Aloe offers Xalia the pointer.
Xalia's gonna play with it.
Cool.
Xalia's gonna be a lot less controlled than Aloe. It's gonna go fucking everywhere.
Alright,
Oh.
you two have fun.
Oh, Aloe. Wait,
Cherry?
I forgot. Welcome to, Bartolor. Welcome to Provisions. Would you like to buy anything?
Not right now, Cherry. Thank you very much.
Okay. Have a nice day.
You too.
Okay, bye.
I was going to leave them to their business.
How does Sherry respond to wild pointer?
With like she's watching it. That now that she knows it's a laser pointer instead of like something that she needs to catch. She's definitely watching it, but eventually, after a few minutes, like she gets those dizzy swirly eyes as she's trying to follow it.
Oh no.
Xalia's gonna give all of her anglerfish eyes to these swirly. Xalia's then gonna give Cherry the pointer.
Cherry's gonna get this grin on her face. Click, 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 click. Just rapidly turning it off and on.
Uh-huh.
And then Xalia's gonna, sorry, not Xalia. Cherry's gonna smile at Xalia and going to come up with a great idea. Hey, let's go show my mom. And they're gonna run over to Mint.
Xalia's gonna follow.
Mom, mama, mommy, mom, mama, mommy, mom, mother, mom, hey, mom, mama. And then Mint will say, after like a couple moments of willfully ignoring her, just to let her go through all the list, she's like nodding each time. It's like, yeah, that one. Mint will direct her attention to her child. Say, yes, Cherry. Look, I got a cool thing. And then Mint will pick up Cherry and Cherry's gonna like happily like play it around with it and like point the laser at stuff on the wall and just...
Xalia's gonna silent image and make her own laser pointers. She's gonna make like 5.
Whoa.
Xalia is now decked out in laser pointers.
No. She's making the points on the wall.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you meant like 5 laser pointers.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. She's making like 5 little laser dots on the wall, and she's gonna start like messing with their size and shape and like fitting them all over the place.
There is a veritable light show.
Uh-huh.
Sig will look around. It's like, oh, Cherry's so cute. Where do you keep finding all these wonderful things? Oh, if anyone else I worked with was this competent. She casts a gaze at her kobolds for a moment.
Well, I mean, they sure look energetic.
Let's put it one way. So, what's going on, guys? Are you headed off to your next adventure?
Actually, quick question. You ever happen to come across a stone that looks like this? Pull out the Ember Fort. the key.
Oh, my, that is a pretty one. Can I see it? He reaches out to take it.
I hold it out, but I don't like give it to her. Just this one might give you a flashback too, so maybe just from a distance.
Make a deception check because it's a rock, and Sigrid's willing to take a vision for a rock.
Deception.
People. I can't believe this.
Rock.
Okay.
Well, can she smell what this rock is cooking?
She'll look at you and so you're holding it out and like she's what have you done in response to her waiting expectantly for you to give it to her?
I just sort of, I guess.
Are you just
I
holding
mean,
it
I
plainly,
said
or-
I hold it like up. Like you know how like when someone like holds their phone towards someone to show them like a photo.
Yeah.
I guess like that.
Okay.
Yeah, like holding up in hand, like it's very. It's not like a low kind of like here you go. It's like a high up at like head height, like
Okay.
you know,
So-
holding up and like just you know. I'd be cautious of this one too. Like don't. I don't know. Rhyol is cautious to just hand over such an important item.
Right. Well, Sig's going to get up and look at it, and she'll adjust her jeweler's eye and she'll look at you for a moment, and then go back to looking at the ruby here. Well, I guess suffice to say, no, I haven't seen one before, but this is very interesting. I'm sure it's worth quite a lot, but I sense something interesting about it. Here, let me see it. I can do that thing I do, and I can find out what's cool about it.
I mean, weren't you able to just do that from a distance a moment ago?
Well, yeah, the Newt helps me do that sort of thing, but come on, it's my job. I like looking at these things and touching them and holding them and feeling them. She'll smirk at you. You're reluctant to give a geologist a rock?
I understand it's only probably, you know, hiding her curiosity. But, just be very careful with it. And I guess I will relinquish it.
Okay.
I swear to God, if she like, Rhyol is ready for like anything.
Okay.
She starts like running or like throws it. Rhyol is ready to fucking jump. I swear.
Okay, so you're readying in action. What are you?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
What action are you readying?
I guess I don't know. Grapple.
Okay. So
And
she
the
takes it
condition
from.
is if she's like tries to run or like throw said rock.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, so you're gonna love this. She takes it from you, and nothing happens.
Hey, when we've already dealt with a doppelganger, I feel like maybe a little caution when, handling very important objects is warranted.
Except she acts like she drops it. She's like, whoa, 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 then looks at you.
I already the action. Right,
so you lurch forward and attempt to like, grab
I
Sigrid.
lurch forward a little bit.
And then it's clear that she hasn't dropped it and it's safe in her hands. And with your start, she kind of chuckles at you.
To think I was doing this to my dog just like a day ago.
This little moment just snaps Lekai out of his deep thought. And now he's just looking at Rhyol.
10 charisma, 8 charisma, by the way. Okay. Rhyol kind of like chuckles awkwardly, like puts a hand behind her neck, like looks towards the floor. So, we already kind of know what it is, but I don't know. What can you find out?
Indeed, that much is clear. It's definitely a ruby. It's delicately cut. And she uses her jeweler's eye. There's like a bit of like sparkliness going on, and that is apparent that she's using the modified version of it. And she casts Identify on it. And she smiles and nods as if she's like confirming a few things. It's like, yes, okay. This, she pulls the jeweler's eye away, looks at you. Is a very interesting ruby. This ruby definitely holds magical power in it. It can... It seems to be some sort of storage container. It can hold up to a certain level of magical power, it seems. If you infuse a bit of the arcane weave into it, it'll hang on to it until it's expelled. That's interesting. I have a lot of uses for this. Rhyol, I would like to buy your rock.
I apologize, it is not for sale.
1,000 gold.
That is a bit of money. I am sorry, but it
Lekai
is
whistles at the offer.
You drive a hard bargain, Rhyol. 2,000 gold.
I repeat, it is not for sale. This is rock. Yeah, it's just right now. I think it might be worth a little bit more than money to us specifically. So I will not. We will not be selling it.
All right. Don't have to. I get it. Well,
Like, take it back, I guess. Like, have my hand, like, out. Like, give,
sure.
I'll be taking it back.
She gives it back to you, and thanks for showing me that. That's opens up my eyes, I guess. To think there's still things out here. My job's not done.
By the way,
Yes.
I didn't mention this earlier with the double-bladed scimitar, but since it could be separated, it can only use the other half. Is there something I can do about that, or?
It sounds... based on what I know about magic, which is quite a lot, and she's now standing next to Rhyol and Amaretto. She kind of like jabs Amaretto in the with her elbow. The effect that you describe, it sounds like something that clerics can remove. They have this sort of anti-curse thing that they can call upon their divine connection with their god to remove. It sounds like that might be up your alley. It's usually expensive, though. I hear Amaranthus was a special case.
Okay, I'll see. I know who to talk to about that, so I'll see them tomorrow. Thank you.
All right, no problem. Glad to see that ghastly thing off of your finger now, Amaretto. He'll nod. Yes, quite. Amaretto, now given back the floor, will gesture towards everyone as Sig takes the seat at the bar. Shall we continue, you all?
Too busy disco balling the walls. She's made a skull now. She's very happy. She's making the skull laugh.
Sorry, what did Sig just say?
Amaretto or Sig?
What's up?
Sig, no, sorry, Sig, specifically Sig. I know what. Is she
About
leaving?
the scimitar?
She's
Oh no, okay.
no.
He's at
Sig
the
is
bar.
Okay, sorry.
Sig is seated.
Okay, Sig's just still there. Got it. I mean, sure, I guess.
We might as well at least figure out a plan of our next plan, because right now we have nothing else to do yet.
Well, I mean, we could. One thing that's been on my mind is we could just, go to the forge. Oh, actually, hold on. You wouldn't have happened to memorize the map, would you, Skarn? That would sure be convenient if you did.
Well, I haven't memorized the map, but I do know where it is. I can lead you.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking if we all want to go, and all being us and whoever else is also trying to get in there, why not just get there first? And I guess if we can open it, great. If not, I mean, they seem to be pretty confident that they can get there and open it, so wait for them there, maybe. If they're not already there.
And Sig will pipe up. I'm sorry, who's they?
It's a long story.
I have time. Eating dinner, after all. She hoists a fork full of chili mac in her mouth.
Rhyol, I guess, would look around to everyone else, unsure if she should, tell what was everything about, like, what the actual situation is.
The guy is giving a face palm. Does not want to.
Still having fun and, doing the two winks rotating around her body.
I personally feel like, we need to involve more people. Feels like pretty need to know information. I don't think she needs to know. I guess I kind of like whisper to whoever is directly around me. So,
You're seated at the bar next to Amaretto. The only one next to you is Amaretto.
okay,
And Sig is directly on the other side.
great.
Amaretto will shrug in response to you, telling him that. Well, she does work here. If it affects Bravebank, it affects her too, I suppose. You did just show her the thing.
I did, yeah, but fine, whatever. I guess out of RP, Rhyol would go and I guess tell her of the situation of the Grey Cloaks and the Wrathguard. They call themselves
the Wraith Guard.
Wraithguard.
Okay. All right, and then we do this kind of like cutaway, and then we come back to the scene, and Sig's nodding. Ah, so that's how it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we both seem to be after the same thing, and I mean.
So do you have any more of those ruby things then?
I mean, we have one other. There's one more. We have, from what I understand, no idea how many others there could be.
Oh. Did you tell her that it's in the box?
No, I'm specifically saying I'm specifically being vague about where it is. I'm not saying who has it. I'm not even looking at Xalia when I say that.
Okay.
Just saying we have one more.
Xalia's now projecting a skull on her back.
I just have it evolve.
On I'm bad with names, her back.
Imagine all the kobolds are just like raving with you.
Yep.
If Xalia will allow them, that's exactly what they're doing.
Yep.
And there is a small little rave party in Bartholorum's provisions.
Amazing.
Sig will be fussing with a trinket that she draws from her satchel while you guys continue your next leg of your conversation.
Yeah, but okay. So as I was saying, like, we could just. It might be worth just going into the mine and trying to get to the forge itself, and if they're already there, maybe secure it. If they're not, see if we could open the door, and maybe also, I guess, try and like wait for them there. I don't know. Maybe try and lay some sort of trap. Just an idea.
Mint pipes up. Well, I know what I'm doing.
Not necessarily sure if we should do a trap if we have no idea what we're going to be going up against. But if we can get it before them, that's always... Then they'll have to come for us, right?
I guess, yeah. Well, I guess we do have to be careful not to just, like, open the way for them.
Right.
You know? But, I mean, they have the map, and we know that they've been already preparing before they necessarily hand the resources to get in. I feel like it might be reasonable to assume that they already have some presence within the mine itself.
At the very least, we should find out whether we're capable of opening it.
think that's fair.
Skarn will pipe up. No, he won't. Never mind. Cancel that.
So it goes,
Like he
so,
looks like he's about to say something, then he closes his mouth.
Oof, been there. Yeah.
Well, if we don't have any other ideas, I mean, though, it's the best plan that we got, at least for now.
At this point, the door to Bartholomewn's provisions bursts open, wide open, and you hear a cackle. You're back! And in walks Kier Silverlake.
Ooh, the man.
In his hand is a very old-looking, tanned hide strip of paper. I found it! I found my map, you all. You'll be very happy to know it was underneath my bed, just where I left it. I've got Spooky Ghost House here. He lays it over the table in front of Karydin. He's pointing at the place. I've got Spooky Ghost House where Crazy Witch Lady is. You can go there and help Lady Apple. And then here, I've got to the left of it, west that is, crazy old crumbly keep. Back then, me and Aluge, rest his soul, there were goblins and hobgoblins inhabiting that keep. They kept an owl bear for their pet. We went in and liberated the area. So that may be the keep that you were talking about, that you asked me to find, because I knew I had a map. I knew it, and here you are. So we can finally go.
Did
really appreciate it, but we
Wait,
finished this already.
what has happened? That's so okay. So on my Discord, Aegis is muted, but I'm hearing it through Thulius's mic.
Oh, it's because I was muted and I. Cool.
Whoops.
How did that just happen? What?
Well, we are in the same room.
Oh, are you? Oh, I didn't.
Yep.
Oh, right, you're in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's poggers.
Yeah, it is.
Karydin gives a wry smile and kind of looks at Karydin. It's like, we may have already finished this, though I do very much appreciate the help.
Kier visibly deflates.
Taylor's gonna do the same. Just literally.
Oh.
Yeah, we went to the manor. It's where we found Mint and Amaretto. We went to the Lady Sonora's house, cabin in the woods, and got Apple's connection back, and through, making a deal, we were able to find where the keep where Skarn was. Gestures to Skarn.
I see.
Yeah. But,
Well, no, that's fine, I guess.
there was still what was it? A watchtower? We didn't go there yet.
Oh, yes! The Watchtower! I know that one. That one's very dear to my heart, you see. There might be some mood whiplash in the room. That tower. Well, you see, there are two towers in this area in the Ember Coast. There is one closer to to the dormant Embercano. That one, it's part of the large town of Umber. It has been destroyed now since the volcano erupted. We now call it burnt umber. We think we're pretty clever when we do that. So that place is destroyed now. But there is or was a tower there. And then to the east, there's another tower. We call it Black Hawk Point. That is where my friend Aloe, the Black Hawk, that's his title after all. That's where he imbued his sword with the power of hawks. There might be some clues there. It's where he spent quite a lot of time. He told me that there's lots of old magic there, and there's been. He seems a little rushed, confused, and a little sad now that the wind was momentarily out of his sails. There's been sightings of the miners told me that there's been sightings of a large settlement among the ruins of Umber. It could be dangerous, but where danger is, so is knowledge, I think. I've learned that much over my years of adventuring.
A large what?
Silhouette.
Oh, silhouette.
Something big. So you have you can have this map.
Sure. We'll take it. I mean, still will help. I mean, map's a map. Won't say no to that.
Amaretto clears his throat. Well, so we have two towers then. One to the north in Volcano Town, then one to the east, where there's old magic, and where Aloe Emberhold used to hang out. Mint suddenly stands up straight, knocking over the stool behind her, and sets Cherry down gingerly on the bar, and rushes to the equipment section. There's like a couple like clatters and clangs, and then she comes back out. She's now armed with a heavy crossbow, and also two hand crossbows dangle at her waist. She eyes you all. I know where I'm going. Maybe we should check the other one. Don't try to stop me.
Are you sure you're going to be okay on your own?
She looks at you, licks her lips. Aloe, I'm going to cast a spell on you. And she puts the heavy crossbow away, like swings it back around her shoulder, and then takes one of the hand crossbows, points it at you. It's not loaded. Points it at you. Kirsch told me that there is a spell called Suggestion. It allows the user to speak something to their target, and then, if they're magical power enough, that they follow it. I'm going to cast Suggestion on you, and my suggestion is to let me go.
Excuse me, suggestion can only be single word commands.
That's command.
Oh, did I get it mixed up?
Got him.
Alright, man, just be careful out there.
She places the hand crossbow back at her side. I'm pretty good with magic myself. I've taught myself a couple tricks with arrows and crossbow bolts. I can do some wild stuff. I will get him back. I have to. She said it
believe in
again.
you.
I will get him back.
And
Bart, take care of Charim for me. And away she goes. Unless somebody has a better idea or would like to stop this incredibly driven woman.
She thinks she can take care of herself.
I mean, okay, she can take care of herself, but can she take care of like a dragon? I don't think so.
Valia's gonna go, like, poke Cherry and give like a little head tilt and, you know, sympathetic look on the shield.
She'll be fine. She's strong.
Valia's gonna poke Cherry on the forehead and do the exact same sequence.
She's been teaching me stuff too. I've been trying to do it, but I can't quite yet.
Lekai just
Oh, go ahead, Lekai.
Lekai just casually mentions, well, if you want to stop her, why not, I guess, take down the dragon with her? Because she's not staying here.
Amaretto breaks the ice.
Which tower did she go to?
Well,
Exactly.
Kier answers your question. Well, if I know Mint, and I guess I was trying to hide information from you earlier by not telling you what the silhouette is. That is our friend Aloe Jemberhold's pet, or was. Surely she's off going to there. Kirsch went there for a very specific reason, to try to take something from its lair. But he hasn't been back in some time. Vince going north to Burnt Umber to get him back. It'll be about 2 days worth of travel.
Jeez.
The more of you go, the slower it may be. But you are your own masters.
I don't suppose this pet has it caused any trouble or any harm in this area?
Not in
Recently?
Bravebank. Not in Bravebank, indeed, but perhaps the troubling thing is the items and tools and whatnots that it has taken for itself, for its hoard. When it left Aluge's manor all those years ago. See, that's why the manor is in such a state that it is. It burst out, just collapsing the rest of the establishment. And with it, took a great deal of Aluge's possessions. We figure that whatever... Well, on the topic of Aluge's old possessions, because I suppose he himself is no longer a relevant topic, rest his soul. Whatever is not at Blackhawk Point would be guarded by his pet.
And his pet. Wait,
Amaretto claps.
that is a dragon, right?
Indeed.
No, that says it. Okay.
Amaretto
We
claps.
saw-
So it seems that we have several options. Then we can go enjoy the Mint and Curse show up in Burnt Umber. Spend a few days traveling. Maybe we get killed by a dragon. That sounds exciting. We can go to Blackhawk Point and enjoy old magic. Or we can go to the mine and find our way as Bard and then turn around. What would you like to do? You all are more powerful than I, certainly. I'll leave it up to you.
Bailey's gonna turn into mint. And just kind of look at the rest of you a bit more seriously.
I still say we
So-
check out this mine before we go, but if we can't get in, if no one's already there, we should follow Mint.
I mean, how far away is the mine from here? To get to the forge, how long would that take?
Bard, if we can borrow a wagon and some horses, maybe a few hours.
Oh, that is a lot quicker than I was thinking. Okay. Yeah, I mean, even if our way is barred, I think securing the path, knowing the fact that our enemies now know the location and are, I guess, have a stash of items that could sort of brute force their way in with magic, what I understood. I feel like we shouldn't leave that door unattended. We should make sure it's secured and at least, I don't know, as in our control as possible, right? That feels like the responsible thing to do right now.
Do we have anything to, I guess, protect it once as we get there?
I mean, I don't necessarily know how much more protection a already magically locked door necessarily needs. But or I don't know how much more protection we could necessarily offer, but it.
Well,
I mean, we could.
if you deem it more important,
We could put an alarm. Oh, does the alarm have a range?
It does.
Oh, it's only 8 hours. Okay, never mind. It does have a range, yeah.
well, we could probably figure it out with some after a good night's sleep. We've been traveling for a while already. Part of me thinks that there might be something necessary where Mint is going. If the dragon took all of the items from the mansion, but that's just a hunch.
I feel like our. You know what? Would any of you or I guess Xalia or Aloe. I take out my. I'll just put it in the chat. I'm not actually trying to use this ability. My spell scroll of augury. Do any of you have this in your on your spell list? Is that like a thing you can cast? Because I don't think.
But he doesn't know it at all.
I don't think you don't need to know it. You just need to be able to have it like on the list, because then you could read it.
Let me check if augury is on the list.
I think we. I'll remind you guys that spell scrolls specifically do not require the reader to have the spell list or the spell on their spell list. You can still use it. It's just you'll be against a DC. However,
it is on wooded list.
However, in the case of this, since it is on the wizard list, if it's of a level that the wizard has access to, then there is no DC.
It is. They could just cast it.
So the situation, to be clear, is if you cast it Rhyol, there's a DC. If Xalia casts it, there is not.
Okay. Yeah, that seems better if they cast it than me. But effectively, what maybe I'm thinking is, we just have no information. We just have no way, or no other way of knowing, I guess, if going to the mine is a good idea. So maybe using this spell, which seems to be able to, I guess, have some form of prediction, might give us maybe a little more insight into what we might, if it will be good results or bad results, I guess. Right? Just is going, like, what would be the outcome of going to the mine is, I guess, the question. Augury would perhaps answer.
Okay. I mean, you're gonna give it to the mostly mute.
Yeah, I mean, granted, I don't think it's necessarily you who. You don't need any verbal components of this. From what I understand, it's like.
I'm saying, how are you expecting? She's gonna have to communicate the answer, right?
I mean, it's like a sort of like a. From what I understand, it's like a vague ritual kind of deal, right? Like
it's good, bad, or yeah.
Yeah. But it's like an omen appears, and it would be visible to everyone. So.
Let's find out. It doesn't specify say it's visible. It's saying you receive an omen, which probably is just the caster specifically.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know. I guess it could be. I mean, it depends on like how it's being cast. If it's like.
It's saying that there is some physical token part to it, that it has the material component. You need to give her something to fortune tell with. I think she can make something to fortune tell with.
What if we use like the shield? It's like its face comes like a smile. It's like good results. If it's frowning, it's bad results. If it's like
the problem is that's something she has complete control over, I guess.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the idea is like magically just kind of. I don't know. It's fate.
Do you still need material components if you're casting it from a scroll?
I don't think so, because the scroll was the material component.
Then the scroll is probably going to have, for augury, necessarily going to have some fate telling on it.
Okay. A merchant's. I pull out my merchant scale, and if it leans, one way, it's good. If it leans the other way, it's bad. If it's, completely even, it's it's nothing. And if it's like wobbling back and forth, let's say that's wheel and woe. That's for both good and bad results. Does that work?
Sure. We're going to cast it on Rhyol's merchant scale. What will happen if we go to the mine?
Okay. So the question is, just to reiterate what you just said, the question is, what will happen if we go to the mine?
I guess,
Within the next 30 minutes?
If we just go, yeah, I guess. I'm just trying to get any information we can get. Will going to the mine lead to good results, bad results? In terms of actually,
Wheel, woe, both or neither.
Yeah, I don't even know if it I don't know what level of question I could really ask it.
That is all it can tell us.
Okay, you've cast this spell, Xalia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Why does it have an attack bonus?
So you, it's just general scroll stuff. That's why.
Okay.
So Xalia, you do the incantation on the scroll. The scroll fires up and flares and burns out of existence. There's smoke in the air. The smoke wafts down into the merchant scale. The lights in the provision /equipment emporium start flickering as the firelight whips all around. The merchant scale is collecting the smoke, and the smoke wafts around into one of the scales. And then there's more smoke that's wafting around the more scales, and the scales are tipping and turning with the weight of the ethereal weight of the smoke. And then the smoke exits the scales; they circle all around, and then the smoke from the burnt up spell scroll dips down, and then it is evenly weighted upon each scale. It would be
gonna shrug.
It'll be wheel and woe.
Okay.
For both good and bad results if you left within the next 30 minutes.
Well, okay, cool. That wasn't hopeful. That gave us no information. Well, actually, I think that did give us... That means something will happen if we go there.
That's true.
So, I think that means it's not a waste of time.
After a moment, the scale starts tipping more towards the woe side. It's very, very slight. But the longer the time passes, the minutes go on, the woe slightly gains more weight.
Okay, yeah, it's getting worse. Okay, yeah, okay. I think definitely we go to the mine. I think we go to it now or as soon as possible. We'll definitely find something. Which
Agreed.
I think is as much as we can really hope for with the information we have. Anyone disagree?
No.
Look around.
Just to make sure you understand the spell, it is the results of going to the mine, if you go within the next 30 minutes, will be bad. Is what the augury spell is trying to tell you.
Okay, actually, I misunderstood that. Okay.
But not entirely bad. There's some good in it, but
yeah,
it's like a 70-30. Choosing the merchant scale is pretty good because you can see this.
I mean,
I guess the question is, if if we don't go that way now, do we lose out on the good?
I mean, the fact that it's continuously going whoa the more we talk is what you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
More that it's slightly outweighed, and that's just slowly pushing more and more down.
Well, okay.
It's not
It
winning
stops.
at
Yeah.
once.
Yeah, it stops at the 70-30 mark.
Oh, okay, this is just done. Okay. I don't know.
It was initially even, but as time passed, maybe like over the course of 20 minutes, it has now weighed in this manner.
should have been that snap judgment.
Xalia as Mint is going to cross her arms and
That is spot on, actually. Xalia. No.
Mint grows some extra teeth.
A little less spot on.
So then, if it's going to be bad per se, then we're probably going to be getting into some problematic situations.
Well, we don't necessarily know that the bad results are going to affect us directly.
Well, I think we kind of do.
I mean, the implication is that Mint might fucking die.
Uh-huh.
Is it?
And also, just to be clear, this Xalia becoming Mint is her way of casting her vote.
Mm-hmm.
She's saying, do Mint.
Okay.
Mint versus a dragon is
I mean, I would hope she doesn't actually fight the dragon, but
I don't know. She was pretty clear when she was about to cast suggestion on Aloe.
To be clear, she didn't cast anything. She just talked to him.
yeah. Sure.
I know.
I mean, I don't know. It worked, didn't it? It was like socially hacked. So, it seems like what really is magic, honestly.
Well, ask Aloe for yourself. He tried to stop Jubilee. Mint. And look what happened.
It just feels like the Everforge is a grander issue to tackle than potentially Day's journey. I mean, unless we had to run and stop Mint, but I don't know. I feel like she's just going to run off and go no matter how many times we try and stop her.
I agree with you, but at this point, we've clearly deliberated too long to take both choices.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. To make it clear,
So
going to Mint doesn't necessarily mean we're stopping her. That most
Yes,
likely
I'm
means
aware.
we might be fighting the dragon.
Yes, but that's a 2-day journey. You know,
Is that a 2-day journey on foot? Do we know?
I guess that's a good question.
Skarn will say, "I."
Was that 2-day journey on foot or on like cart?
It'll be on foot if we get a wagon and some horses. That'll be much quicker, yeah. But
How far is the mines to the watchtower?
I don't know that one. Kier, if I point on the map, will you be able to tell me how far the watchtower is? And then Kier nods. Skarn points at like circles an area with his finger, and Kier will note that. Oh, that's a. Let me consult the legend that I drew. A few hours east. On horseback, of course. If you walk, well, I'd say walking is out of the question anymore. On horseback, it's a few hours. So, traveling to there from here will be a day. You'll reach there in the evening. Tomorrow morning, of course.
Well, if we're pressed for time, and we can get a wagon, we can probably go to the mines and hopefully we don't run into problems.
Wait, so you're for the mines now? I thought you were.
I was for. I'm just kind of giving out reasoning because I'm following you guys.
I say we secure the wagons, we catch up with Mint, and she decides where we go from there. If she's dead set on tackling this dragon, then we'll deal with that first. But we can't just leave her out there on her own.
Skarn.
Yes?
Well, would you still happen to have that sending stone? That's what it's called, right? The like
Sending
messaging stones. That's what those are called.
Yes,
Just
that's
out of
what those are
curiosity?
called.
Okay.
He starts patting himself down. No, I don't. It's a magical item. They must have taken it.
Mm-hmm. Darn.
Good thinking, though.
I was hoping we could go and then have some sort of, I don't know, someone scout out the mines and like relay us any information about it.
Sig will clear her throat. I've got a pair.
Ooh.
You can rent them.
What is your price?
She'll look at Skarn and points at him. I know he owes you money.
I think he owes a bunch of people money, actually. But
Tell you
So-
what, it'd be 200 gold for the pair. So that's
How
100
much?
gold each. They're expensive items. Suppose you never come back. You just walk off and go on your next adventure. I've lost those. 200 gold.
Oh, can I just like trade the stones that are equivalent? Do like garnet, malachite, opal, and some of that equal 200 gold?
Sig will grin at you. And the ruby?
No, that is again not for sale.
Well, can't blame a lady for trying. Sure, you've
Kind of
actually...
defeats the whole purpose of this, actually. If we were to give that to you,
No, it'll be fine. You're right. Oh, all right. Indeed, I've actually finished appraising these, and yeah, that's they're a little bit more. So, but we don't do cash back. So yeah, you can have the sending tones.
Cash back medieval times.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, I happen to have them on me, in fact. And she dips a hand in her satchel, and then she produces 2 sending stones. tosses you one and puts the other near Karydin.
Okay. I guess this way we can kind of go both ways. We can have someone. I don't know who. But
Alrighty, split.
I'm kind of implying maybe. I guess Amaretto. Honestly, I don't know, because Skarn probably shouldn't be going out in his current. Well, I guess he did just get healed, but he did also just get broken out.
Me.
I don't know, just do some reconnaissance perhaps on the mine itself, and let us know if there's anything going on.
Get more NPCs killed. Get
Make a persuasion check.
Gotta love the -8. Whoop. I thought I clicked the wrong thing. Oh. Got the -1. A +1. How do I have a +1 persuasion?
Are you proficient in it?
Yeah. Oh, is that plus? Does that give you like +2?
Yeah, it's +2.
Okay. Wouldn't I? Oh, okay. Never mind.
Been working on your persuasion lately.
I think.
No. I had no other choices.
Well, Rhyol, I think that might be a tall order. I just became uncursed and all. And why would I throw myself in danger yet again? I hear the mines are dangerous for just little old me. You want little old me to go in there and...
Maybe not go in, but at least... Like, the entrance?
Well, you do have 2 hands again. Before it was just 1.
True.
Okay, well... Here I am at the mine. Yes, the mine is open. Well done.
I don't know, maybe if anyone goes into said mine?
I'm not a god.
Then hire some, I don't know.
I think that's what we hired you for.
You're the one that made it seem like going to the mine was a waste of time.
Make another persuasion check. Okay.
Just...
Listen, fine. I get it. I know when I'm not wanted.
No, in fact, you are wanted.
All the information at your fingertips, and you go put them inside a cave. Sure. Give me give me that sending stone,
Give me the chance to give you the information.
Give me that sending stone, Karydin.
You really didn't give us much information.
To be fair, you did withhold information from us. So, just think of it as your way of paying us back for holding it.
Alright, but if I die, I'm coming back to haunt you.
Deal.
Especially you, Aloe.
I mean, at the first sign of danger, you can run away. We're not saying you to...
Especially you, Rhyol.
Fucking...
Wouldn't that be fun? It'll be the Rhyol and Amaretto ghost show. Da-da-da-da-da-da. It's the Rhyol show starring her. It's Rhyol. It's the Rhyol show. And there's a ghost of Amaretto. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I throw my sending stone at him.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Okay, make an
Just
attack.
don't get
roll.
reckless.
Would you like to make an attack roll?
You are throwing the stone.
Are you intending to do damage?
I mean, I'm intending for him to catch it.
Okay, he catches it.
I feel like yes would have been a justifiable answer there.
I mean, I don't want I just spent over 200 gold on this. I'd rather not break him. Or him.
You throw the sending stone at the man seated two seats away from you. He like lurches out of hand and like catches it, and stows it away in his cloak.
At this point, Rhyol is done. She's out. She's leaving the building.
And Rhyol walks out.
Whatever was being decided, that's it. She'll go along with it.
Amarana reaches over and drinks what's left of your mead, and looks to the looks to the rest of the group. So was that the plan? We go. We all pile in the cart, go to the mine, and then go to Blackrock Point, or are we going to go find Mint and gently explain to her chances of survival against a dragon?
Okay, Rhyol walks back in.
Welcome back.
Pretty sure that it's us going to go find Mint and you're going to inspect the mine.
I misinterpreted. Indeed, it was useful that I confirmed. All right, I can do that.
After all, you just need to at least let us know if there is anyone there.
Sure thing. I will do just that. As flippant I may seem, I take information gathering and reconnaissance very seriously. I will examine the situation. I do, Rhyol. In fact, I'm learning a lot from you and how you behave.
Xalia sticks her tongue out at him, and it gets like 3 times as long. It just keeps coming out.
And I must say, Xalia is extremely interesting. I learn something new from her every day.
It keeps getting longer.
Well, considering that you take your job super seriously, then it shouldn't be a problem for you.
Persuasion check with advantage. All right. Indeed. It won't be a problem for me. I'll show everyone. I'll have oodles of information. Alright. Then, I guess, tomorrow then. We'll see you then.
We'll see you soon.
Alright.
And yes, let us know if there's any sign of anything.
Naturally. And then, as you all are preparing to batten down the hatches, having decided on a course of action, Cherry, who's been trying her hardest to cast the spell that her mom taught her, finally produces it, and Cherry casts her very first spell, and she creates like a shower of sparks. Just fireworks in front of in front of her. Oh, I did it.
Amazing.
Look everyone.
Claps. Applause from Rhyol.
Cherry is now an
Lekai gives a thumbs up.
Cherry is now an arcane spellcaster. Congratulations, Cherry, on your achievement.
Moving up in the world.
Alright. And then everyone battens down the hatches and takes a snooze.